lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviance.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass. And yeah, we're back. Where have you been?
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus.
The Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
You beast. You savage. Come on, bark like a dog for me. Bark like a dog. I will teach you to keep a word of respect.
You're a kid toucher. You're a filthy whore.
Get in the hole! Get in the hole! Well, the last time I saw a mouth like that, I had a hook in it. Hey, I should have stayed home and played with myself. Hey, everybody! We're all gonna get laid!
Yay! Yay! We're all gonna get laid.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Hey, what's happening, man? It's the Opie and Anthony program.
Good morning to ya.
On this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday, already 80 degrees in New York City.
Wow kind of day out there.
It sure is, Anthony. It sure is.
We should bitch that it's too hot. It's like, oh, I can't take this heat. Jeez. After all winter of complaining. Oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I could tell by Jimmy's look.
Well, Anthony's wearing...
I knew it.
Anthony's wearing very bright colors today.
Yeah. I have a lovely shirt on. There's blue.
That's not blue.
It's blue and it's
Hold on, Jimmy. What color is that? That's not blue.
I'd say if it's in the blue family, but it's more of a baby blue. It's more of a sky blue.
I don't know if that's even sky blue.
And it's very colorful.
You think it's more of a grayish blue?
Striped.
It's more of a faggy blue.
Yeah, that's positive blue.
This is a very nice shirt.
It's
summery.
It's lavender.
It's not lavender.
That's lavender.
It is absolutely not lavender.
Let's take a poll. Is that lavender, Jimmy?
That actually is not a bad call. I mean, a lavender definitely could.
Lavender
is a label you could peg on that shirt there.
Lavender is purple. This is blue.
That's not blue.
Unless
I must be colorblind then.
Some seafoam green.
Yeah.
And then some type of peach stripes.
Lavender.
But it's
lime green.
I say blue.
Peach.
You say lavender. I say blue.
See how different it could sound? Same shirt. I say it's lavender, lime green, and peach.
It's more a seafoam green.
Seafoam?
It's a nice shirt. It's summery. It's light.
When's your tea
festive.
Time? Tea time. When are you teeing off? 7:40? Jesus.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, my God.
A little goth without the L. Okay, Pookie.
I don't know what happened. I got a porn shirt on with ripped jeans, and you look like you're ready to play golf.
Oh. It's summer out. I'm celebrating the summer. The nice warm weather that we finally got here in New York. Just so long. I'm kind of... We turned pretty quickly here on the show, and I know we were bitching about how it was dark out when we came into work and freezing cold, and I'm kind of missing that a little bit because now with the nicer weather, it brings more people out. And for someone like me, who is a people hater, I really don't like the company in the morning. I used to, when I used to walk from the garage to the studio here, remember there was nobody.
Yeah. I
would walk around and look behind me and be like, uh-oh, the homeless guy is asleep in the corner. Okay, I got him. You know, I know where he is. And that was it. And I would walk, and sometimes it's snowing, and sometimes it's just freezing cold. It's pitch black, and there would be nobody on the street. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out where these people are coming from. It's not like they told their boss, I won't come to work in the cold or the dark. You're not going to have me until summer. Because it's the same time as it was in the winter, but I was alone. And now at the same time,
people are just more motivated when it's lighter out.
You can't be more motivated to what? Go to work?
Get up.
People have jobs. They either have jobs or they don't have jobs. Do they not go to work in the winter?
Anthony, no one sleeps. When it's this hot, no one really sleeps unless you're fortunate enough to have the really good AC happening.
Opie, you have to be. Let's say you have to be to work at 6 o'clock.
They're exercising. They're doing errands.
But they're out. No, they're going to work. They're coming out of the subway.
Oh, you see them going to work.
You could tell they're on their way to work.
Maybe they're going to work early so they could get out early and enjoy the summer.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. All I know is no one on the street in the winter. Now all of a sudden, same time of day, packed.
Right.
Crowded. There's people working. There's construction guys out there. Everyone's working. And now they're all in my way, and they're all annoying the shit out of me. They all smell bad. The homeless guy, yesterday I'm walking, he's pissing on a mailbox. He just got his dick out, and he's pissing on the mailbox. Like, you know, it's all nice and stuff to think that the homeless are just regular people without homes, but they're insane animals that just don't fit into society.
I love
pissing
that.
on the mailbox.
I love that. I went to your garage the other day, and you pointed out the homeless dump.
The homeless shit. I've been watching it decompose for about 3 months now. It's just turning into brown flakes now that are kind of welded together. When I first saw it, it was a 1 foot long log, just a log sitting there, and it's in a corner, so you could tell the guy propped himself in the corner and took the dump. It's not a doggy dump; it's a human dump. And every day as I walked by, I watched more moisture leave it, and it became this sausage, this dried-out sausage-looking thing. And now it's starting to collapse on itself and becoming flat.
That's too bad you didn't, take a picture.
I should have taken a photo every day and just done this time lapse.
Yeah, made a website or something.
Watch the homeless guy's shit decompose.
We're having a deep conversation, and Aunt goes, "Oh, by the way, that's the homeless crowd."
That's the homeless guy
that I've been watching for
every
3
day.
months. I'm like, wow, our lives really do stink.
That's what we do. You got to find your entertainment on the way to and from the studio on a daily basis.
And you've noticed my new problem, right?
It's getting too warm for you to rollerblade, isn't it?
Yes.
Or for you to skateboard.
Oh, hey, because I'm trying to act young and youthful.
Skateboarding. Oh, good golly.
No, it's the easiest way to get to work. You just throw on some blades and you cut across the park, and it's like 5 minutes. Boom, I'm at work. But
please,
it's already 80 degrees out. It's 6 in the morning and what have you, and I come to work just completely drenched in sweat,
like Louis Anderson sweat. It's just like you're pumping it out.
I come in, say hi to everyone, and then I got to dab down all the sweat.
Oh, wiping your head off.
Right.
Oh, whoosh.
And I really don't sweat. But it's that hot.
Rollerblading in.
No, it's that hot out there. I think we got to build a shower in here.
Is that what we're going to need once everybody leaves?
When are we going to start the blueprints for the new joint?
Yeah, what the hell? Let's
Hey,
bring someone in and start the planning so we can get this done in 2 years.
Anthony and I were at the new facility. It's there. It's ready to go. I saw the studios.
There's no reason for anyone to be in here anymore.
None whatsoever. Get them out of here. Let's go. We got things to build. We want to build
cubicles to take out and a stage to put in.
We want to build a stage, right? So we could have comedians perform and maybe actually bands.
Bands.
And then we also want an area which is just couches, so we can do the first break kind of with our feet up,
with
our coffee
nice.
and our newspapers, just kind of getting the show going.
Hanging out in like a little living room atmosphere. I think the stage should also have a pole. Now, this way, when dopey-ass stupid strippers come in, instead of sitting here in the studio, they can do what they do. On the pole, on a stage. And you know something?
I thought we went with a no stripper zone here.
I agree. Until things change. Perhaps a stage with a pole and some lighting might actually change things. And then if we're all hanging out, we could do the show. The stripper could be dancing on the pole. And you know how it is at the club, at the strip club. You hang out, you talk to your friends. You occasionally take the glance up at the stage, watching the stripper. And it's not like the stripper is sitting there in your conversation. See, that's where we got into a problem, Opie. We've invited the dopey, stupid strippers into our conversation.
Into our environment.
At the club, you don't invite them to your seat to talk with your friends.
Right.
Stay on the stage, dance on the pole, we'll occasionally glance at you. That's how a stripper should be used.
Strippers should walk into the studio completely naked.
Right.
Or close to it.
Like they do
You're right.
on the stage.
That's the mistake we made.
That's the mistake.
They come in here fully clothed and expect to have a conversation. You're not here to have a conversation.
You don't treat them like that in the club. Why should we treat them like that here at the studio? They should be naked and dancing. We should be talking amongst ourselves. They should shut up.
Bravo.
And, then we'll toss them a couple of bucks.
Bravo. And then when Jimmy's getting his lap dances, I'll be the one, kind of, taking a peek.
Take a peek?
Take a peek at his lap dance so I don't have to spend the money.
You kind of hone in on someone else's lap dance. Isn't it great when someone... And it's good when it's a friend of yours, but it's even better when it's someone you have no clue... You don't even know who they are. And they paid money for lap dance. They happen to sit down close to you.
Dude.
And now you look over and go, I'm getting his lap dance.
When I didn't have a lot of money, I'd go to the strip clubs, and I would sit right next to the fat dope in the business suit.
The guy, the sap.
The
mark.
Whatever the strippers call these guys.
Yep.
I would sit next to them knowing they're going to have at least, 5 or 6 lap dances while I'm there. And I'm sitting right next to the guy, so she might as well be, doing it for me.
You're going to look. All you're doing is turning your head. It's right there.
6-8 inches away, what have you. A foot away, whatever.
$20 for you, free for me.
That's
Thanks.
right.
Thanks. I get the same thing.
That's
There's no touching.
Let's go to Seth in Boston. Hey, Seth, what's going on today?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hello, Seth.
Anthony, I know that you have, your issues with color, but I'm wondering, actually I should ask Opie, is Anthony wearing an ascot, or is Anthony trying to call that a scarf?
An ascot. This isn't really ascot wear, sir. It's a nice, cushy, summery shirt.
Yeah.
It is not lavender.
I know
it is blue.
I know in New York, bright colors are back in. I've seen them in all the storefronts. So, I'll defend you a little bit. But that is lavender. Lavender, lime green, peach.
I knew when this shirt was taken out for me last night, and my girlfriend said, she goes, is this shirt okay?
Notice Anthony has to say girlfriend this morning.
My girlfriend. Yeah. And she goes, is this okay for tomorrow?
We all do that, too, when you get into the barrel and it's starting to look ugly for you as far as being a hagula. My girlfriend. Did I mention that I was out all weekend with my girlfriend?
Right. She said, is this okay for tomorrow? I said, yeah, fine. And she even said, she goes, they're going to make fun of you for this.
You think?
I go, I know, but I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. That's me. I don't care. I feel comfortable. It's light and airy. You should feel the material, by the way. It's very, very soft.
Ugh.
It breathes.
What kind of pants do you have on? I didn't even notice it.
I don't know. They're,
look at his ass.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Nah, it's normal. All right.
They're nice
there you go.
Jeans.
And that's how we start today's show. It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, by the way. I guess we finally have promos running that explain the whole process, hopefully, so we don't have to waste too much time on it.
Good.
It's a great thing. I've been seeing a lot more wows on the highways. Thanks for the support, guys. The sticker supports the show, and it also might give you a little treat as you're driving around.
Yeah, you have that wow in your vehicle. A girl sees it, and, if she's familiar with the program and Whip 'em Out Wednesday, she'll pull up right next to you and flash her lovely breasts at you. It's a kind of a nice little pick-me-up. You're driving home from work. Maybe you had a lousy day. You've had the WOW on there supporting the show. And all of a sudden you turn and there's boobs in your face. You're like, what the? Why is she? What? Oh, yeah. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
And if you don't have a sticker, you could either get one through opieandanthony.com. We got the address and all the info for that. Or you can make your homemade WOW signs. We like that.
Yep.
People are sending in pictures of their homemade WOW signs, and they're going up on the websites.
Belt of scotch? No, I'm not wearing spats. No spats.
Oh, I learned what spats
were. Spats.
I learned what spats were from you about 2 months ago, and then decided to make sure I forgot about them.
Yeah. Well, there's no real reason to know what spats are or what they're for anymore.
They have something to do with shoes.
Yeah.
I think, right?
They cover up your laces.
All right.
And your shoes.
Speaking of WOW, Anthony.
Yeah.
I was watching the latest assault on the media.
Bravo, sir. Bravo. I got a big laugh out of it. Very funny.
Yeah, we worked very hard on that one.
Mm-hmm. We got Ziggy from MyRadiostore.com and XM411.com. He does a lot for the program and a hell of a lot for XM. And he did a successful assault on the media with his lovely coworker there, right?
Rosalind did a
great
job.
That's right. I always forget her name.
She was so into it. As soon as I mentioned it, she just ran out the door, not even knowing what to do.
No one got fired. No reporter got fired. I'm looking at it on the screen here. There it is. Coming into view.
Boy. They didn't see that coming.
They run right up behind him.
We got him good that first time.
Do we have the audio of this guy? Because most of these assaults on the media, they're more visual.
Yeah.
But this guy definitely stumbled.
He tripped up a word or two. You guys were right behind him. I mean, you came up with the sign right behind him. And what was said?
By us or by
him?
I just yelled at Opie and Anthony, XM Radio, and Rosalind was just screaming. And she doesn't even know what. She was excited.
It's great because
they came out of the subway again. He came from behind the subway. The subway is this very dangerous spot for these reporters these days.
There's another subway story,
Another subway story.
It's got to suck for these reporters because the guy is doing a story. What was the story on? Rape or something?
Yeah, we found out about...
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's an awful story.
Well, our listeners, we don't know what the reporter's doing. We just know they're live and we have to attack. So the guy is doing it in front of the subway entrance. And he looks like he's safe. I bet you, because I will explain in a second, but you got to think the guy thinks he's safe. He could do his live shot with no problem. And he starts up, and then all of a sudden you see the pests.
Out of nowhere, that Opie and Anthony sign that is becoming oh so familiar on the news broadcasts.
All of a sudden you see it coming up from behind, from a distance, going, oh boy.
Here it comes. And the camera guy, because obviously the reporter can't see it right away.
Yeah.
But the camera guy's just got to be, here it comes. We've been hit.
We've been hit, exactly.
We've been hit.
And then next thing you know, the reporter, he wasn't as bad as Arthur Chien, obviously.
Of course.
He stumbled over a word or two and kept his composure. And did he say anything after you guys were done?
Yeah, he actually, actually what happened was the CBS crew was set up one way and the Channel 7 guy was set up the other. So
because there's a big story.
Safe.
Yeah. So they had a bunch of
they had the whole
stations there.
So they were like...
Safety in numbers. They had a,
nobody's gonna get
interlocking field of fire.
Yeah.
Great.
After we ran out of the subway, we did the Channel 7 guy. I walked up to him casually, said, thank you very much, have a good day. But the Channel 2 chick, who we didn't bother, just ran up to us and started yelling, hey, can I ask you some questions?
Really?
Yeah. So she ran up to us and got all in our face about Arthur Chien and why we do what we do and how we can live with ourselves getting people fired.
Getting fired. This guy didn't get fired. This is the same exact thing that happened, and this guy didn't get fired. Do you see how quick they went from his read to the videotape? It is so fast, and they didn't go back to him. Yeah, like they didn't give him time to say, "What's your fucking problem, man?"
It's so good that the media is recognizing that sign, though, with Arthur Chien. Good.
Yeah, of course.
It's amazing. Isn't it amazing again how incestuous that is? That's the question they ask you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about getting someone? What?
Getting them fired.
Did they have a camera crew?
First of all, it wasn't you.
Did the lady run at you with the camera crew?
No. It was just her with her pen.
Oh, it's great,
really
though.
bad suit.
We had another successful assault on the media.
They'll continue. This sign will be popping up behind reporters everywhere.
There's a lot of discussion on the boards about maybe making the sign a little smaller. Although you could see Opie and Anthony, but then when you're behind, you see Anthony and our cartoon faces. It's fine, whatever.
I kind of like it. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially since it was my name up there, really.
But whatever. I mean, they're great. We love these assaults on the media. Absolutely love them, and they will continue, like Anthony said.
Perfect execution. He wasn't touched or harassed in any way.
Not at all.
And just the message, Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio was yelled out. Sign was very close to his back. How close were you guys?
We're amateurs. This is my first one.
I thought it was great. No, the closeness is fantastic.
You couldn't have been more than 6 inches
Yep, that's it.
from behind the guy.
All I hear on the cell phone is Danny go, move back, but...
Move back. Move back. You're too close.
That's great. We hit him again. It's amazing. Yeah. We've had so much success with this assault on the media.
Yep.
Anyway, remember I started this conversation by speaking of WoW.
Yes.
Now that it's WoW season, I'm just thinking, Anthony.
Whip him out.
I'm thinking.
Why not?
It's too bad Rosalind didn't whip him out because she has a nice set. That's all I'm saying.
Great.
That's all I'm saying. I'm thinking.
A little whip him out right there on the news.
I'm thinking a little bit about maybe how to take it to the next level without getting anyone in trouble.
That's the next level, all right. Yes, it is.
Just a thought. Just a thought starter.
And if that goes well, I see Snatch.
I see Snatch.
Imagine that. You know something? We've gotten the F word. We've even gotten the atom bomb, the C word.
Yeah.
We have gotten breasts on TV.
Yes.
Could you imagine live Snatch on network television? Could you imagine the outrage and uproar if there was just Bush on the news or TV? How fantastic would it be if you're sitting at your house watching the same mundane news program and all of a sudden you're like, well, whatever. Well, I'll check out this story. Is that a pussy? Did I see pubic hair and Snatch? Wow, would that be great?
That'd be hilarious.
We'll start with boobies, though.
All right, here we go. Here's the audio of the assault on the media, just to hear the guy stumble.
Uh-huh.
It might not be a big deal, but when you're watching the video, it seems to be.
This guy was really good.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live in Hunters Point with the very latest for us. Marcus.
And, Lori, the attack happening in one of the quietest and most desolate subway stations in the entire city. Less than 800 people a day pass through this subway stop. Still, the token clerk and the subway conductor were able to hear something and contacted police.
I guess there's not much there, but you can tell he changed his whole delivery.
Yeah. That's the way you handle it as a reporter, though. You don't turn around and curse. You just finish what you got to do and realize, oh, this is what it is.
The fuck's your problem, man?
Yeah, we tried to go back for the 5 o'clock report, but unfortunately I went back and he recognized me from before.
Gee, you think? Why don't you just ask for a ride in the van, Ziggy?
I actually did. I asked him if he wanted to come by the store and buy shit.
A ride in the van.
Did you guys give us a lift to your next location? Parking's a bitch.
Oh, that's funny. So the video is up on opieandanthony.com. It's some good viewing. Let's go to Nate in Brooklyn. Nate, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Nate.
Good morning, sweet tits.
Hi there.
Oh, boy. Anthony had to go there. I have now just seen the next demise of the Opie and Anthony show, and it is Bush. Bush on TV equals the next F-firing of the boys.
Is it illegal?
I can
yeah, you know what? I'm going to go on record.
I see it happen. I've just had the vision. Here it comes.
I can't
Bush
believe
on TV, and the next day I'll have to buy Sirius to listen to that jerk off hoo-hoo.
All right, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going on record to say...
What, you have to discourage it?
I'm going to go on record and say, don't do Bush. Don't do Bush.
I
hear boobs is legal, though.
Yeah. The first time that Harry Pie is on, I'm just going to say, someone's going to call me up and say, I've seen Bush on TV, and that's it.
That'd be hard to do, by the way.
Absolutely.
Very hard to, the camera height and everything. You'd have to build an apparatus that would hold the woman up high enough to get her bush into the camera.
And you know those
do a handstand walk.
There you go.
Just walk around with a stepladder.
Are working on it as we speak.
Huh?
And you know the guys at Whackbag are working on it as we speak.
Yes.
No, let's not do Bush, okay?
Take it easy, guys.
All right, thanks, Nate. All right.
Bush. That would be something. Yeah.
Well, Ziggy...
We probably would get fired, though.
Ziggy, great job. MyRadiostore.com.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'd probably be fired.
Yeah, let's not do Bush.
Yet.
How about a little ass?
Ziggy was also showing us the new Pioneer portable today.
The new Pioneers are finally out.
How about that?
I got my MiFi, and I just took a look at this new Pioneer that's like the MiFi, for lack of a better description, and it's like...
Sirius just has to be... like beside themselves.
What is this called? An Airware?
Airware, yes. Pioneer calls them Airware.
So there's another portable, full portable, with recording capabilities and everything coming out. Here's another one that XM has, and Sirius just can't pull it together and even get one on the market.
Not at all.
This unit looks pretty cool. It's kind of, just to explain it, it's like a slightly thicker trio, right?
Yep.
Slightly thicker trio.
It looks a little bit more like a cell phone, this one.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's slightly smaller than the MiFi, or
probably
comparable.
About the same, slightly. This one's a little rectangular. The MiFi is a little shaped like an hourglass.
Yeah, but that just came out, and you're selling those now.
I just got those in yesterday.
And you get the what was the other one? The Taos?
Giant from Tao from Giant.
Yeah, Tao has a portable out
those
as well.
Those are nice and black and sleek for those people that like black.
Well, you got some nice choices now. You got 3 portable units to choose from. I'm telling you, it's the way to go. I was just tooling around Manhattan yesterday, just listening to satellite radio everywhere with my MiFi.
Yeah, that's the great thing. In the cities, these things work flawlessly.
Hey, we're on the box.
Yeah, did you see that?
Only XM features MTV, VH1, Opie and Anthony, then Bob Edwards.
I like it. I like it.
I think that's the first time we've ever had billing over Bob Edwards on anything XM.
Thank you, Elo. Thank you.
Yeah, on the old packages, it was the other way around.
It certainly was, and we took note.
So did XM.
Very good. I'm hearing rumors that XM has full-page ads today in the New York papers.
Yes, they do.
Where is it?
I saw that in the back.
Freaking Elo. He's
right
hilarious.
By the radio,
it says what? Oldies are alive and well on XM or something like that?
That's what it says. The oldies are alive and well and living on XM satellite radio. Only XM has 6 commercial-free decades channels. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Oh, there it is.
And then it has a whole thing. When CBS FM changed formats over the weekend and ended its commitment to the greatest hits of all time, thousands of loyal listeners in the New York area were left with a tremendous void in their lives. XM satellite radio fills that void with 6 24-hour channels dedicated to the greatest hits of each decade from the 40s through the 90s, and it's all commercial-free. And if you're in the mood for something else, XM has over 150 channels of news, sports, talk, and music from virtually every genre. Isn't it about time you get XM? It's the perfect Father's Day or graduation gift. Beyond AM, beyond FM, XM satellite radio. And they got everywhere you can get it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Jumping on the whole CBS changing format thing.
Here's someone else talking about XM.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM satellite radio along for the ride. XM gives you 100% commercial-free music. It's the ultimate playlist with channels for album rock, alternative, heavy metal, hip-hop, unsigned bands, blues, jazz. There's an XM channel for everyone in the family, including the biggest names in news, sports, talk, and comedy. All in digital quality sound for less than $10 a month. No wonder it's the most listened to satellite radio service. The XM Roadie from Delphi can turn any radio into an XM radio. It's the smallest satellite radio ever, so it looks great on your dashboard. Plus, for a limited time, you'll also get a free home kit, so you can connect XM to any home stereo. XM makes a great graduation or Father's Day gift. Check it out. Electronic stores, including Best Buy and Circuit City. Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Thank you, Howard Stern. See, he knows.
This is a great Christmas promotion, by the way.
Yeah.
He knows. Let's say hi to Dugout Doug.
Doug.
Doug, what's going on today, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen. Opie, I really have a serious question for you.
All right.
Why are you trying to make the prophecy come true? If you fall for the 3rd time just like Christ, then your misery will be complete and you will die on a cross.
Are you talking about the Church of Opie?
I am talking about the Church of Opie. If you checked out my thread about the parallels between your falling 2 times, once in Boston, once in New York, just like the pagan Christ, the false god, you can make the prophecy come true with this Bush thing you just called for, and then thankfully...
No, Anthony called for the Bush.
Oh,
yes. I called for the no Bush.
Opie, you jump over that table and you slap him.
This Church of Opie thing was funny at first, but now it's really starting to creep me out.
It is creepy.
Your suffering will only get worse. Please, I pray to you, please stop.
It's called churchofopie.org. Is this your site, Doug?
No, it's not. No, it's Freenik.
Oh, okay, Freenik.
Oh,
it's pretty funny reading, I gotta tell you. All right, bro. Thank you.
punching out.
Hey, did you do one of these jingles we're going to play?
Actually, I started out with a jingle, and it mutated into one of those Galantathon commercials from, like, Springfield, New Jersey, you know, Galantathon. And it kind of mutated into something that actually seemed like a decent idea, so it's actually more of a commercial/jingle.
All right, very good. Thank you, bro.
Fun. All right, guys.
Yeah, we're going to play the jingles in a few minutes here. Let's say hi to Tony in Queens. Tony, go ahead.
Hey, guys, you know, you never mention XM online, but I think it's great because I used to have to drag my radio out of the car and then hook it up to my home kit. Now I just turn on my computer, and it's like, boom, you guys are there. It's dynamite. So, I mean, there's another outlet that I don't know if Sirius is doing that or not, but it's great for XM.
Yeah, the XM online is huge for us, so. All right.
Punch it out, thanks.
Thanks, Tony. You're right. A lot of people, that's how they listen to us. They don't have any hardware.
Listen at work. If you're buried in the office somewhere, yeah, listen on your computer.
All right, Anthony, I'm going to let you finish that half a sandwich there.
Nope.
And we'll continue with the program. When we get back, we got listener jingles to get to.
Yeah, heard a couple of these. My God, man.
We have a lot of audio. Little Marky from yesterday. There's a new one called Jesus Put the Stars in the Sky.
Are you kidding? From Lil Marky?
We got more Lil Marky.
I was listening to the Lil Marky replay yesterday and laughing.
Pretty funny.
Man, that was really funny.
And then also we have, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, that song you like. That's just been sitting here.
Yep. The remix.
Actually, we could
the
go
Bob Kelly remix.
Why don't we go to break with this? The Bob Kelly remixes are slowing down.
This one will stick in your head and you kind of sing it around the house.
All right, a little song. Who did this?
Jackal Nut.
Huh? Who?
Jackal Nut.
Jackal Nut?
All right.
These names are great, I got to tell you. They're great.
Everyone's got a handle these days.
Here's Jackal Nut and his Bob Kelly remix song thing.
Yeah.
Down, you way down!
I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I gotta squeeze some.
On the side.
I broke my knee, man. It bent backwards.
Did it hyperextend?
I broke my knee, man. Oh my God. It bent backwards. I broke my fucking knee, dude. I heard it break, dude. Fuck. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude.
Wednesday.
Introducing Wow for Dummies, an easy-to-follow guide to get you started with Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Big, luscious, juicy one.
Step 1, get a Wow sticker.
OpieandAnthony.com.
Step 2, put said sticker on car, not under the hood. Step 3, drive around.
Please pull up next to me, honk your horn, and demand to see my tits.
Let me see those boobies.
That's so sexy.
Step 4, enjoy boobies.
God damn it, what nice tits. Some people call them the bosom.
Oh, yes.
So ladies from all over the country, if you feel like showing us a little something.
Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
This message was brought to you by the cooperative staff at the Opie and Anthony program.
The Royal Caribbean cruise song. That's right.
That stinks.
Reminds me of the cruise.
I love that song, and I forgot about that.
Yeah. They use it for Royal Caribbean.
Stop ruining our rock and roll.
Everything, though. It used to be you were selling out. If you were a band and you used one of your songs in a commercial, forget about it. You were a sellout, and that was it. Now, it's commonplace, and you're stupid if you don't.
Well, now they look at it as a way, to get their music out there.
And it was songs that, it used to be songs that were real old. You would never take a new song and use it in a commercial. Now, songs that are just breaking are being used in commercials.
At the same time.
Yep, same time.
Name one.
And no one seems to care. I know, yeah, it's one of those, it's kind of rough.
Huh? Black Eyed Peas? Thank you,
there
Ziggy.
You go.
Right from the get-go, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ziggy.
I guess Ziggy's doing the show with us today.
Thank God. I wouldn't have had an answer for that.
Jeff in Seattle. What's up, Jeff?
Yo, O'Day.
Hey.
You guys are sick, and just wanted to, that Bob Kelly bit, that was the shit. Whoever the fuck did that was the best one ever.
Oh, the remix there?
I broke my knee, man.
It's
broke my knee, man. Broke my knee, man. Broke my knee, dude. Love it.
Hey, I guess we haven't fixed the phones yet. They all just went away.
Oops.
They all just went away again.
The phones disappeared.
They just went poof.
It's magic.
And we had about 4 or 5 really good phone calls that we wanted to get to, so...
Oops.
No big deal, because we're professional broadcasters.
Opie, they'll call back, and we have Ziggy here.
If you want, I'll just pretend I'm on a cell phone or something.
Yeah, right? Go inside and call up.
Now we'll see how good you really are, Ziggy. Ooh. So how are you?
Just great.
No, we can play some O&A fan jingles until the phones come back. Good excuse to get to these train wrecks, Anthony. Where's the original remix that came in yesterday? You have that? The homophobe one?
Oh, not that one again.
What? We love this one.
No, we don't.
Jimmy and I love this one.
We think it's creepy, and it has some kind of power that it annoys me. Oh.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
Anthony, all creativity has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
What was the first movie? Remember the movie about going to the moon or something, and it's a black and white film, and
the Jules Verne,
and the moon has a face or something, and the rocket lands in the eye or something,
and because it's made of cheese, and the rocket hits the eye, and they all get out with parasols and top hats on the moon.
Remember?
What the hell were they thinking?
When I took a few film classes.
Yeah.
See, sometimes you talk about how you missed out going to college. Oh my God, what a waste of fucking time, man. I actually took a class where we should talk about this someday.
Maybe it's called there.
Maybe today.
From the Earth to the Moon.
Yeah, from the Earth to the moon. That was kind of like that jingle was kind of like from the Earth to the moon.
What? Wow.
It's the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of what is going to become.
Something stuck in my eye.
What is going to become Star Wars Episode 3.
Now you're a madman.
That's what
from those humble beginnings.
I'm putting the pressure on the listeners. We started with that. And they're going to get, better and better.
I think the voice is what really annoys me on that. That homophobic. It's the way he says homo. Homophobic.
It just has that weird, early 80s new wave weird sound.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Happy birthday.
The Buggles.
Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Take the Skinheads Bowling. Just weird, like, whatever.
Fish heads roll.
Oh, there you go. That's the one I was thinking of, actually.
There you go.
Yes, fish heads. Yes!
It does have a fish
you.
head. Can we get a little piece of fish heads there, Eric? And perhaps we can compare, because maybe this guy is ripping them off.
Give me that.
I invented this. Tell him, Fred.
Give me that remix again. All right, hit that.
Fish head, roly-poly fish head, fish head, eat them up, yum. Fish head, roly-poly
Easy
fish
keyboard.
head, eat them up, yum. Homophobic.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing some.
All right. I knew this was bothering. That was bothering me all night. You nailed it finally.
Yeah,
Thank
there's
you.
some kind of influence there. There's a fish head influence.
A fish head influence, a Barnes influence.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it Barnes and Barnes, right? Yeah.
Billy Mooney was involved with that, by the way.
Anyway,
the writing process. Will Robinson from.
What I was going to say, maybe this could be a thought starter today.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was involved with Barnes and Barnes.
Okay. Talk about some of the college courses we took that were just a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
I almost took a course called Spaceship Earth.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I never took it.
Spaceship Earth. Isn't that the Epcot globe?
But just the name sounded cool.
Spaceship Earth.
I'm like, I got to take a class called Spaceship Earth.
Brought to you by AT&T. You sit there and sit through a big, long AT&T commercial.
I actually took a course in college. It was Academy Award films. And all we did was watch movies and then discuss them.
Oh, I hate when you got it. You know why? I never get what they're talking about. Like when someone says, oh, there's some deep symbolism in this scene. It's like, I missed it.
Really?
I didn't see the deep I'm just looking at the movie.
No, it sucks.
Face value.
Actually, I'm reminded of that course today because Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, was that one of the movies, The Graduate?
Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson.
The Graduate.
It's the front page of the Daily News. Anne Bancroft is dead at 73 years old.
You're kidding.
She died of...
Where? How did it happen?
Well, it started with a little tumor in her, you-know-what.
Oh, no.
And grew, and then they...
Who is this uterus is this?
Cancer of the uterus.
Oh, no.
Did anyone know she was even sick? Mel Brooks' wife, right? 73 years old.
Give my condolences to Justin Hoff.
But that was one of the films we had to watch in class, Anthony.
Yeah.
The Graduate. And the problem was, you'd watch the film, which was cool. Instead of, like, listening to a boring professor, you'd watch the whole film, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is where they just mess up everything. You think this would be the coolest course on earth. Like, wow, you get to watch movies and discuss it a little bit?
Yeah.
No, the problem is we would discuss it for a whole week until until next Monday, let's say, and then, we'd finally get to see another film. We would pick it apart for hours and hours and hours.
And like a little piece would be made this big important thing in the movie.
So one of these courses that everyone was lining up to take, thinking this is great and it's an easy A, you're looking around the classroom like any other dumb course you had to take, and people are falling asleep like this. Stinks.
Film school stinks. It'd be like, you ever read anything Kevin Smith wrote about film school? Took like money, and he was going to film school, and then he decided it was such bullshit and such nothing, and describing what you're describing, watching a movie and then having it picked apart, that he withdrew, took the money that he would have spent on school and made Clerks with it. So I think that worked out for him a little better than film school.
Well, it's just kind of like. Hate to say this, but it's kind of like broadcasting school.
Yeah.
There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people going to broadcasting school every year, and how many people are really doing it?
How many people leave broadcasting school and are successful in broadcasting? Right. You could get yourself a job somewhere.
My guidance counselor at Harbor Fields High School back in the day gave me the best advice ever. I said, I kind of want to do this radio thing or maybe TV or something, a little media action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, don't go to a trade school.
Suck my dick. No?
Because don't go to a trade school. Find a college where you could just get on the radio right away.
Like a college with a radio station.
Right. And just start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to learn anything in a classroom. You're going to learn by doing it.
Learn by doing.
And I always remember
with
that.
Professional broadcasters to teach you along the way.
And I got accepted to some, pretty serious broadcasting schools. Like back in the day, Syracuse University was huge, and Boston University. And I chose Geneseo because I knew I could get on the radio as an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And these other schools, because I did my research, they're like, oh, you're lucky if you're on the radio by your junior year.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone goes there to do that, and there's only so many slots. So they're like, you'd be lucky to get on as a junior.
Smart move.
So
look at you.
So I went to Geneseo, and I was doing radio, by the first week of school.
Really?
Yeah, just like
on
that.
The air.
Just like that.
See, kids, there's your strategy right there. Go to a shittier school so you could get on the air.
So kids, stop emailing me asking me for advice. There's your advice.
That's
there it is, in audio form. Download it and send it to your friends.
I was actually considering when I was working for a living going to Connecticut School of Broadcasting because I wanted to be in the radio in radio so badly.
We had to do those live reads at the old joint, and I would have fights with the salespeople. Like, I don't believe in this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They're probably listening right now. I don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I think I'm not going to say that school in particular, but I think a lot of these schools just take your money.
Yeah. I don't think they look at you and assess you and then realize that you're cut out for this. They would rather just take it. Who went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting? Nathaniel did?
Well, he's a success. He's doing well.
All right, slow down. He's an intern.
I know. He's been an intern for a year and not getting paid. He's doing great.
I got to talk to Nathaniel. Than, how are you today?
Super.
Very good. You went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Sure did.
You completed your course?
Yes.
And did you learn anything?
I feel bad.
Uh-oh. Why?
Well, I used, like all the audio software I used to edit for the shows and stuff. I taught myself that after I graduated.
Right, so you didn't really learn it there?
I learned a program called Saw, which no one uses anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. See, this
is what...
No, you're bringing back memories. Go ahead, Nathaniel. I'll tell you something.
No.
I've heard they're doing better, because this was about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But still, yeah. I mean, Pro Tools is a huge juggernaut of audio software that everybody uses in radio.
Yep.
I had never seen it before, a couple
And believe me, we were using Pro Tools probably 8 or 9 years ago. Me and Opie over at AAF when they first got it.
Right.
So it's been available to radio for quite a while. I remember the engineer, the production guy at AAF getting Pro Tools and a new computer, and he was so psyched at the fact that the hard drive was 1 gig. He had a 1 gig hard drive, and he was like, dude, it's a gig of storage space. He was amazed. And we were using Pro Tools years ago, so... 3 years ago, no Pro Tools.
No. And in terms of, I just feel bad. I don't know why.
Let her rip.
In terms of job placement.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm here is because I happened to run into your brother on the bone.
That's how it is.
See, they didn't place you anywhere.
That's how it is. That's how it is in life. Are you kidding me? Anthony and I have been hugely successful, and now with Jimmy, hugely successful. But the fact is, the only reason Anthony and I are working together is because Brother Joe banged on a door one night.
My brother is the guy.
There was no, big...
Radio would suck without my brother.
Right. There was no big talent search or anything like that. It was one day I happened to hear the banging on the back door because I was going to get coffee. Hey, dude, I got a local band. We do some song parodies. You might want to take a listen. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Get out of here, you kid. And then, even though he's older than me, but, And then one day was bored. This is how it works. One day I had a bunch of cassettes in my car, and I'm like, oh, this cassette, and I checked it out, and it blew me away, obviously. I'm like, holy shit.
That's how it works.
But that's how it works. There's no meetings and talent searches and, line everyone up, and the best one will get the gig. It's a lot of luck. It's a lot of luck no matter what profession you do. And I'm sure it's like that in comedy, and no matter what you do.
My brother told Alan Freed to use the words rock and roll, actually. He was going to do, like, shake and tumble. And that absolutely wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, don't do that. Michael J. Fox has that one.
He brings back memories, though, because when I was at Geneseo, by the time I was a senior, I was actually teaching production to the freshmen and the sophomores because the teachers didn't know how to do it.
And all you needed for supplies was a razor blade and a little reel-to-reel and a piece of chalk stuff.
Chalk tape, chalk marker, whatever, yeah. But the teacher was so out of touch, he really didn't know how. Like, he was teaching the class to begin with, and I was rolling my eyes like, you got to be kidding me. So I started telling the teacher what to do and stuff, and then eventually he's like, maybe you should teach the class. So I was like one of those student-teacher people.
I never liked those.
Yeah, I was that guy, though.
Too involved in the whole teaching process. I never even wanted to be there.
I was getting a paycheck as a senior in Geneseo.
Really?
Teaching this class, and which went right from right to the bar to drink and stuff.
Of course.
All right. Well, thank you, Nathaniel.
I was going to add one more thing as well. That reel-to-reel editing is something I also learned, and how to queue up a record.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Queuing up records.
No joke, Ant. No joke.
3 years ago, and editing tape.
And they'll admit, they're saying, oh, this is old school. Nobody really does this anymore.
No one really does this? No one does this, period. There is no reason anybody should know about tape anymore unless you're, working at an archive. What? Tape.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rather probably spent it learning cool edit.
What are you going? Turning the reels. There it is. Mark it.
Yep.
Mark it.
Hey, do most people who go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting or any of these places become like successful radio people?
Are you saying I have no chance?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
No chance.
Who's
the guy?
There are comedy classes, and I look at what they do there, what they tell them, and I'm wondering if it's. I guess it's like radio is the same thing. It's like they give you this out of touch advice.
A lot of improv going on there too, huh?
Yeah, awful.
We're gonna do a tag outs today. What we're gonna do is start a story. You start telling it, and then when you get tagged, the other guy has to take up where you left off. Oh, I love that. I could watch that for hours.
All that it's all a crock of shit because you can make some good money in radio, so why would you teach others to do radio? Because I can't imagine they're making a lot of money teaching others to do radio. So that means they're not good enough to actually get...
Those who can do. Those who can't.
Teach, Jim.
Teach.
Wait, how much a week?
75 to 100 a week. That's it.
Who makes 7,500 a week? Shut up!
All right, thank you. Why don't we move on here?
There he goes. What a great testimonial from Nathaniel.
That's right.
Jesus. Tom in Philly, what's up?
See you, buddy.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
All right. We're still talking about those classes that sucked in college?
Yeah.
All right. I was in this stupid honors program, so they had to make up these cool classes for us. And their one big idea was to have us invent something. Right, so we spent the entire semester trying to get something ridiculous patented. It was the biggest waste of time ever.
And what did you invent?
Let's see. It was awful. It was a bag to pick up dog shit that biodegraded. It was awful.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
An inventing course.
I remember hearing commercials for inventors. Call our number now. We'll send you an inventor's kit.
Yeah.
And they tell you how to patent your idea. And all it is you're paying a huge amount of money to this company to send you stuff that you could get on your own. They're not going to send you what you really need, which is a viable idea for an invention that hasn't been patented yet. A lot of people have patented, like, so many things. It's hard to just come up with an idea that hasn't been thought of yet. So these invention courses and invention kits and stuff, big waste of money. You start thinking, I could do that. I'll invent this. And you come up with something stupid. You have a biodegradable bag for dog shit. Shut up.
It's funny you tell me the radio school. I know one of the things they probably tell you is that your voice... I was watching some Penn and Teller special. They had Tom Leykis as one of the guys they interviewed. And this... fucking phony. It was he talked a little bit off air, and then when he gets on the radio with that awful radio voice, it's like, is that what they tell you? That you have to talk a certain way?
He's quite a puker.
Oh, it is awful. How do you do radio? How do you talk like that?
You got to put that voice.
Do they teach you that in broadcasting school? Like you got to sound like...
I don't know what they teach anymore, but when I was in college and stuff, that was the way to go. Yeah, to just work on your voice. And I had such a horrendous Long Island accent, and obviously everyone knows I speak horribly at times.
Speak horribly.
I did that on purpose. And then I just decided to go the other direction, and it lucked out. It worked out for me. Thank God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in this if I had the big voice. No
Just
way.
spinning tunes and trying to talk up the music.
Oh yeah. No, I went down that
rock
road.
Jock.
I'll find my college radio shows. They're awful.
Well, your first one together was pretty good.
We'll get back to that again. We'll definitely get to that again.
Is this true?
Huh?
Sirius just offered Nathaniel $20 million to do a show. Wow.
Brian in Alabama.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hello, Alabama.
Just wanted to pass on that a couple years ago after the Lord of the Rings came out, there was a college that offered Elvish as a class. Now, how useful
I love
is
those
that?
courses. The what?
Punching out, guys.
Elvish.
Yeah, Elvish.
And what did it teach you the language?
I don't know. I didn't take it.
Yeah, sometimes after, like, pop culture things come out, like movies or something, colleges offer these dopey courses that probably fill up in a second.
Right.
Because they're just wastes of time.
Didn't they have some kind of course about The Simpsons or Homer or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I remember reading about that.
And the teacher tries to make it something educational, but you're just in there to watch Simpsons.
Yeah. Let's go to Kim in New Jersey. Kim, what's up?
Hi, I went to Seton Hall and I needed an extra math credit. They actually offer a 1-credit course in sabermetrics, which is baseball statistics.
Baseball stats.
Yeah.
That's the course.
The Society for the Advancement of Baseball Research.
See
wow.
That? I mean, and you see that course and you're like, hey, that's kind of cool. But they bore the shit out of even the cool courses.
But even that, you could kind of see some kind of value in it as far as math goes and business, something like that, statistics. That's just a statistics course with kind of a nice subject, baseball.
Yeah.
But it's still statistics. Some of those things like Elvish, what the hell are you gonna? Where are you gonna apply learning Elvish? Death and the Afterlife, Doughboy from Whackbag. You watch slides of a teacher who travels the world and takes pictures of various burial rituals, churches, and graveyards. I mean, what are you going to use that for?
That sounds cool. I took a course where all I had to do was read books.
Isn't that school?
Well, different topics, though. That's all you had to do. The actual sitting in the classroom was nothing.
It's just book reports?
You just...
the whole course on book reports?
You had to read a book and then write about it. That was it.
I hated book reports. I could never do the outline right. Like, I had to do an outline, and I never knew what to put up at the big Roman numeral, and then the number, and then the subset letters.
Stop, you're freaking
I'm
me
like,
out.
what do you do? I don't understand. I'll put that up by the big Roman numeral.
Why?
I'll put this by the letter and this by the number, and I have no clue why.
You write the report first, then just kind of back to it.
You do it like...
yeah, but why would you ever need that?
Well, I have never outlined anything since I was 10 years old.
Our schooling...
In school.
I know there are a lot of teachers that listen to us, but our schooling just stinks.
It really does. You're just going through the motions for a piece of paper. I learned everything I know, 99% of what I know after school, once I was out of school. You learn your basics in elementary school that you kind of need to move on with your life, but then once you hit junior high, it's a waste of time.
I was a math whiz growing up, and if I ever knew, sitting here today, that I would never need trigonometry, the stress I went through to try to, figure that stuff out and remember it and learn it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, why? Why did I have to do that?
Why?
Let's get let's clean up some stuff here. We started talking about Anne Bancroft. We got that news story in Dillette there.
Dead.
She's dead, which means 2 will follow.
She was in the Miracle Worker with Patty Duke.
Yeah.
She played what's her name?
The teacher.
Sullivan, the teacher.
Right.
And I remember as a kid, and this is kind of should have shown me where I was going to end up in this very studio, goofing on shit all day long. That gave such laughter to me and my brother. We watched the Helen Keller thing when Patty Duke, who plays Helen Keller, blind, deaf, dumb, and the teacher trying to teach her, she takes her to the water pump and starts pumping water on her hands, and she finally goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Me and my brother just bust out laughing. And for years after that, we would just go, whoa, whoa, and imitate a deaf person, a handicapped person. And look, Now I have a career doing the very same thing. Now it's my job.
Can we get those clips today?
Oh, come on.
They might be hard to find, but maybe some listeners can mail it in or
Little
whatever.
Patty Duke. And then there was a remake with Laura Ingalls, I guess.
Right. Well, let's go to the official report. Is it this one over here? All right.
Anne Bancroft has said she sent her husband Mel Brooks to an analyst when he said he was afraid of writing a full-blown musical out of the producers. And when Bancroft watched Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick rehearse for the producers, she realized how much she missed the theater herself. In 2002, she returned to Broadway for the first time since 1981, appearing in Edward Albee's Occupant.
There's nothing there. Okay.
Ooh. No, that was fascinating.
Yeah, like the way she was out of it, and then she wanted to do it.
And she saw something and then decided, hey,
all right, well,
why not?
We'll go to the next Anne Bancroft clip then, you assholes.
Go ahead.
I am quite surprised that with all my work, and some of it is very, very good, that I'm not remembered for that, that nobody talks about the miracle work. They're talking about Mrs. Robinson.
Right. Good point, Ann.
Yeah, with your pointy tit.
I wish I had your problem. I love these idiots in Hollywood.
She wanted to be recognized for her acting chops as the teacher in The Miracle Worker,
right,
and not as the seductress in The Graduate.
One of my favorite movies, by the way, The Graduate.
Yeah,
hit it again.
Once I'm through with a role, I'm through with it. That's it. Goodbye.
Really?
Well, a lot of my friends and I were hanging out. We're like, "What do you think Anne Bancroft does when she's done with the role?" Some of us said she's through with it. Others said she can't stop thinking about it.
She can't stop thinking about it, and apparently we now have an answer.
Well, there goes that
She's
Friday
through
night.
with it.
Yeah.
One more clip, because you guys are enjoying these. Go ahead.
I'm not disappointed or anything. I'm just a little dismayed that people aren't beyond it yet.
Beyond the fact that everyone remembers her from The Graduate.
We were just in the office talking, discussing, is she dismayed with anything? And now, there's the answer.
All right.
She's dismayed.
All right.
Not disappointed, though.
Huh.
She was in The Elephant Man, but she didn't have a very big part in that.
No?
No, I didn't know she was in it. I'm thinking she was the queen or the one who really liked him, I think.
Yeah?
Or no, maybe she was Anthony Hopkins' wife.
Somebody disgusted with his appearance?
Yeah. She was number 5. No, I think she was Treves' wife.
All right.
I'm not an animal. I'm a human being.
Let's go to
my treasure.
Let's go to Gold Dragon, the trucker. Gold Dragon.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Gordon, you tasty little treat.
Hi, fella.
You guys were talking about crazy stuff in college, the courses. When I was in college, I was taking music theory, performance, etc. They had this, I can't even remember what the hell it was at the time, what they called it, but basically it was how to put on a jam band and how to work with each other and make the sound better, and etc., etc.
Yeah.
And as their highlight of the course, they brought in Harry Connick Jr. and his funk band. And
wow.
You got
well,
to
that
jam
had to
with
be
them.
good.
Yeah, it was a panty liner moment. Punching out.
That was another thing that happened, especially out here on Long Island. They have what's called Five Towns College for music. And anybody who was in a band growing up on Long Island, it was always the rich kid in the band that had gone to Five Towns. And it just got you nowhere. They were talking about how, you could be a performer in a rock band, and Five Towns is going to help you, or an engineer, and they'll teach you on the latest mixing equipment. And
you know what?
More,
especially when it comes
money.
to music, I think you either have it or you don't.
Right.
And this Five Towns, there's got to be obviously thousands and thousands of graduates.
Yeah.
Name one. Someone from Long Island. Name one graduate that's in a band that we know.
Did Pat Benatar go to Five Towns? I don't think so.
Name
Did
one.
Eddie Money go to Five Towns?
Oh, someone will come up with somebody. Well, do you remember the tambourine player from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band?
Yeah.
He went to Five Towns.
Billy Joel drove into the building once.
Right.
I heard that, but that's about as close as you can get.
Give me one graduate that is doing well from going to that
From
place.
Five Towns.
Let's go to Carl. Carl, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
When I was in 4th grade, my teachers made a huge thing about the Helen Keller movie.
Yeah.
And they lined everyone up like almost like an auditorium, like, with the chairs, and they set up the TV. it completely backfired on them because it might as well have been a comedy as far as...
Of course, and in 4th grade, you're going to watch that and in a room full of your friends? You're going to laugh your ass off.
It was the funniest thing. It was one of the biggest laughs of my life because we were just making fun of that movie every step of the way.
All right, we need clips now of this movie. How are we going to get that? We could even do it tomorrow if we have to.
Whoa. Remember when they would take you into the auditorium to watch a movie with the whole school? Like, it was in elementary school. I remember one called Hemo the Magnificent. Did anyone ever see Hemo the Magnificent? On the circulatory system.
Oh, those films.
And it was a whole...
Yeah.
It was a whole thing on the circulatory system, and it was an old professor guy and kind of this younger guy, and the professor guy had to teach the younger guy about the circulatory system. And he would always go to these film clips, and he'd be like, okay, roll 5, and he'd roll like a film clip. What year is that? 1956? They showed it in my school in like 1968 or 69 or something. We were little tater tots, and they showed us Hemo the Magnificent.
Jesus.
Hemo.
Can we get clips of
and
that?
And of course
too?
it turned into Homo because you're kids and you're making jokes.
Homo the Magnificent.
You'd find one of the faggy kids in school and call him Homo the Magnificent. Hey, look, it's Homo the Magnificent. You're a homo. 1956.
Man, you know what?
The blood is different for the Negro. I didn't know it was that old.
You just brought up something that's just another thought starter.
You can help your circulation by smoking Lucky Strike cigarettes, too. Always good for your blood flow.
Over the weekend, I went to my nephew's baseball game, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty good baseball player already, right? And I haven't seen young kids play sports in quite a long time.
Oh, what you're missing out on.
And it's
I hang out by the schools all the time and watch.
It's just so funny, even at that age, they're like 5, 6-year-olds that you could tell if they're going to be good athletes or if they're going to be ballerina dancers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, really?
Oh, my God. I'm watching this game, right? And my nephew, he knows what he's doing. His father's really good at baseball and stuff, so he's got some talent already, whatever. And then there's other kids on the team that got talent, all right? And they got good arms, and they're 5 and 6, but they know how to play the game. They get their glove down, and they know how to throw to first base. They know how to run out the play. They know how to bat.
Oh.
And then you have these other kids that are the same age, 5 or 6.
Oh.
They're just swinging at the sky. They can't even get close to hitting the ball. And then if they do...
Lupus?
Yeah, pretty much, right.
Name in the Bad News Bears?
Then if they do, this one kid runs to first base, and, while other kids on the same team, dig in and they're getting ready to run to second, concentrating on the pitch, this kid starts doing what could only be described as ballerina moves on first base.
Oh, that's not good.
And I'm like, oh, my God, I think if your kid is gay, even that young.
Didn't Brian Regan do a bit about that?
Oh, boy. Am I ripping off Brian Regan now?
Who said that? They would spin around in the outfield. Wasn't that Jimmy? No, who would spin around?
Oh, you.
And it was like, what are you, a ballerina?
Hey, Jimmy, what are you, Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Wasenda yelled, hey, Jimmy, what are you, a ballerina?
Oh, but that was because you had some weird OCD thing,
ballerina.
Yeah. I played for Young's Glass Service. That was the name of my baseball team.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Chico's Bail Bonds or something?
It was same.
But it was just really fascinating to watch the game and just see the personalities of all these kids. You can tell other kids, they're going to be good at another sport, but baseball's just not their thing. But then you saw these other kids that you could tell their parents were like, get out there and play.
Hustle.
And you could tell they don't want to. They already want to be on a stage singing and dancing.
Boy. Drama.
Drama.
They're going to be in the drama class.
And I'm thinking, even at that age, 5, 6? I mean,
Yeah.
this kid was, like, doing weird dance moves on first base.
Yeah. Eek.
Let's go to the phones here. Skip, what's going on?
I just want to let you know, this is kind of late, but at 7 o'clock this morning I was on Comedy Channel, and I heard Sonny Fox say, if you're a fan of the Morning Zoo, tune over to 202. You can listen to Opie and Anthony, our own Morning Zoo.
Oh,
damn it.
Morning Zoo, huh?
Yeah.
Hey!
These fucking people that are out of touch. We're not a morning zoo. That is a complete insult.
I know. Isn't Sonny Fox the old, isn't he a fossil from New York City doing old children's shows?
Sonny Fox runs the Comedy Channel, right? 150? Yeah. We barely talk to him, which is unfortunate because I think we could have a nice little relationship considering we do a comedy program.
Yeah.
Not a morning zoo program.
He's not that Sonny Fox, though, sir.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No.
Oh, there's another Sonny Fox?
Sonny Fox hosted Wonderama here in New
like
York for a while. Yeah, that was a different Sonny Fox.
Look, if you're calling us a morning zoo, I can only take it one way. It's an insult.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It really is an insult. Or you're just out of touch and you don't understand what it is.
He sounds ancient.
All right, thanks, Skip.
Okay. Fast Freddy, that shit-fuck bass player from the Stray Cats went to 5 towns. All right?
Jesus.
It's about all we got, the bass player from Stray Cats.
You have to go all the way back to the Stray Cats to find a graduate of that place that's doing well?
Can I say that I think the Stray Cats are terrible? I don't know how anybody ever enjoyed their music.
I like the Stray Cats.
I know a lot of people did. They were very popular. I just thought they were horrendous.
I wasn't into it.
Ba-doom, boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. All right, anyway, we started this break talking about jingles, Anthony.
We did?
So why don't we get through some of the jingles that came in, the O&A jingles.
All right.
They're all quick, so let's start with P. Niggities.
It's Opie and Anthony in stereo on XM Radio.
Oh, that voice. That annoying voice of his.
you don't
P. Niggity's voice is the worst. Well, that's
these guys are becoming little stars.
Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Oh, that's the same guy?
Right?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Same guy, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Does he slurp in this song?
Hello, my name is P. Niggity. I'm very pleased to meet you.
By the way, bear with us because the last one is really, really funny.
This one's the money shot.
It's the money shot, and it's going to raise the bar as far as the O&A jingles go. But first, we got Dugout Doug, and he decided to do something for a national sticker stop. It's not what we're looking for, but what the hell? Let's take a listen to this and see what it's all about.
XM202 WHV. Hi. XM202 gives you the Opie and Anthony Show. Wow sticker blowout. On July 20th, the Opie and Anthony Show, Norton and Friends, will attempt the first nationwide.
Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze some.
Wow sticker stop. Volunteers are needed, one from each state of the union. For the first ever nationwide Wow sticker stop. It's summer. It's wow. It's a fucking great idea. Email Steve at foundrymusic.com to volunteer.
And Steve was listening to that in the office and goes, no, don't.
He goes, no, don't. People are a little confused as to what a jingle is. That's kind of a promo.
Yeah, that's more of a promo. We're looking for those, happy singing. Opie. Brandon from West Virginia.
101. We play your favorite oldies, CBS FM.
There you go.
You know, one of those.
Brandon.
Yes.
Go ahead. You want to defend Sonny Fox?
Yeah.
All right.
Sonny Fox. I like Sonny Fox on the Comedy Channel. I'm just saying that. If you're tired of the morning zoo, turn over to 202 and listen to O&A.
Oh, see? Some stupid listener got it wrong. He's stupid.
Well, thank God he said that, because that's more accurate, much more accurate.
We should never take the listener's words for it.
Yeah, because then we start problems, and then we go to these XM events, and no one wants to talk to us.
Because you stupid listeners got your info wrong.
He's like, I only told people to listen to you. I don't know what I did wrong. I encourage people to go listen to your program.
Go listen to your show. What did I do?
Let's go to Chris in Kentucky. Chris?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, kind of the same thing. I wanted to defend Sonny. I listened to before y'all came along, I listened to 150 all the time. Hardly ever go over there now, but Sonny, for when y'all play that, that is Sonny Fox. He's a really cool guy, and I know he gets the program. You guys rock, and I'll punch you out later.
Yeah, this is, I don't do this often, Anthony, but I want to apologize to Sonny Fox. We got the wrong information.
Waddle-doodle. Apologize.
But let's not get confused here. We still don't like Bruce Kelly. All right.
Poor Bruce.
What's wrong with Bruce?
Huh?
Bruce is a good guy.
Bruce is harmless. He means
Snazzy
no
dresser.
harm.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking about the Bruce Kelly situation on the way
Yeah?
home. Actually, I think yesterday.
What's your take on it?
I do like him, and I'll tell you why. Because he could take it.
Yeah, well,
He understands the
can.
game. He completely understands the game. He takes a lot of shots from us.
Bruce was fine right up until he walked in on our show in D.C. that day and sat down and, threw our entire show off just by sitting there. Most people, wait for the invite or something, and we're not crazy, like you don't come into the studio or anything.
So I'm leaving, guys.
No, you are more than welcome,
Ziggy, you stay there.
I didn't even know you were still here.
I didn't either. It's fine. You're a pleasant addition.
Isn't he good?
We like a guest that doesn't talk. It's our favorite guest.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But he just sat down and...
Well, he wants to be the mayor of the XM compound. That's obvious.
Is that it? You think he's trying to...
oh, yeah. He wants to be
like
everyone's friend.
The rep?
He's that guy that... There's one in every office. He wants to be the guy.
Everyone's pal.
He wants to be the... quote mayor. He wants to be the guy you come to with your problems, man.
Hey,
he wants people to say this. I don't know. You got to talk to Bruce. What do you think Bruce would talk about?
Well, brother, I'm gonna go ask Bruce about this one.
Yeah. He so wants to be that guy involved in everyone's life, and the gossip and everything. And
yeah, all knowing.
Yeah,
he knows everything that's going on at XM. So no matter who asks him anything, he's got an answer for it.
But instead, everybody's like, shut up, Bruce.
Yeah. And pull your pants down a little bit. Jesus.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Bruce, you got to pull your pants down. They're up too high.
Yeah. Just pull them down to mid-stomach. That'd be nice.
He's got to have horrendous racing stripes in his underwear. Just horrendous. They got to be 2 feet long.
I bet you, when he takes a dump, he opens the pee hole. Is that how far I pull him up?
He's got the William Frawley look. Pants up to his nipples.
Man.
Rotten little cuffs down by the ankles. Awful socks showing. Fat, lonely man feet. Bumbling around from studio to studio.
How you doing?
How are you? Just here to suck all energy and fun out of the room. I'm going to leave.
He's actually not that bad.
I like him.
There's other guys that do that. His job is just to be everyone's friend. I'm your friend. I'm the guy you could come to and talk to.
Hey, Bruce, what do you think about this situation I'm having? I mean, this annoying guy just keeps... Forget it. Let me talk to But I've never badmouthed Bruce Kelly. I happen to like him.
All right, let's go back to the jingles here. Here's one from Pappy.
The great Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Way no back, spread the hood with some accent.
Key to all jingles. Make sure nobody understands a fucking word of it.
What the hell?
I recognize the Greg and Tony show.
Wow.
And after that, I don't know. I think someone's sucking someone's dick in there somewhere.
Did you hear that?
I think so. No?
I didn't.
All staticky and what?
Pick out
Can't
keywords.
understand
Pick
anything.
out keywords.
The great Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Way no back, spread the hood with some accent.
Sex advice, I think I heard.
Sex advice, I heard.
One thing, and it's all I heard out of the whole thing.
Now that I listened to it a second time, I hear sucker tits.
Sucker tits?
Something's getting sucked.
Really?
Ooh.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I don't know, but it sounds
I heard
sassy.
sex advice.
All I heard was on XM. That's all I can pick up.
One more time.
One more time.
Let me get a good
Pick
listen.
out keywords.
The great Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Way no back, spread the hood with some accent.
I heard sex advice, wiener back.
The Greg and Tony show 3 times.
Good, great.
But
I have no idea.
But
The
I
Greg
think, he
and Tony
mentions,
show.
I think he mentions you.
Sex advice with Norton, Dr. Norton or something like that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? You got that much out of it?
I heard Dr. Norton sex
What's he
advice
saying at
or
the
something
beginning?
Like that.
It's the Greg and Tony show. The Greg and Tony show. The Greg and Tony show.
Is that what he's saying?
Which I like it. If you weren't such a mumbling horse's ass, or if you didn't record this inside a tin phone booth.
But now I got to hear Greg and Tony
I actually like this.
All right, you want to hear it again?
This is
Greg
good.
and Tony show.
Okay,
Right,
listen, it's either Dr. Norton with sex advice or Norton with sex advice, something like that.
The great Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Way no back, spread the hood with some accent.
Dr. Norton with sex advice, unintelligible.
Spread the HIV?
Oh.
He says spread the HIV?
thought it was scared to poop.
Scared to poop?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
That's what Nathaniel thought he heard.
No, he didn't.
Spread the HIV and scared to poop?
Wow.
Jeez.
That's what they teach you at that Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony Show. I kind of like that one now.
It's great.
I kind of like it.
I like the opening bump, but I
kind of like
Can
it.
we clear it up? Just how did he record
Mumbling
that?
ass.
But I don't want him to redo it because you'll lose.
never
what he
comes
did.
out good.
Look, let me just tell you. There's one here that just blows them all away.
Yeah.
So don't even discuss how you like the others.
All right, but I do like this.
Because eventually, really soon we'll get to the one that we really like, and it's going to bring this whole thing to
Does he say whack a
higher
bag?
level. Oh, whack a
He says
bag?
whack a
Happy,
bag.
clean that one up, but don't redo it. It's the tempo, the vibe will change if you redo it.
Oh, here's Pappy. Made the jingle. Jesus, he's on the line.
Oh,
Let's just ask
good.
him. Pappy.
Yeah, hi, guys.
We like it, except it's hard to understand.
I know. I recorded last night. I had a bad earphone. It's. Do you want me to translate?
Yeah.
What is it?
You got most of it. It's the Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Wear no bag. Spread the HIV. It's on XM.
I love it.
See, that would have made us laugh.
Wear no bag.
Now I got to hear it again. Now that I know all the words.
This beat is fantastic.
I like it.
All right, wait. Sing it again just before we play it.
Okay.
Go ahead, one more time.
It's the Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with. Fuck.
Go ahead, continue.
Let me try again. All right, it's the Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Wear no bag. Spread the HIV. It's on XM.
The Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony Show. Greg and Tony got Dr. Norton with sex advice. Wear no bag. Spread the HIV. It's on XM.
No, it's so
Now I can
obvious.
hear it. Now I can hear all of that.
No, it's so obvious.
yeah.
Told you.
I like it. There's something Pulp Fiction about it.
Yes. It's great.
I like it. Very good, Pappy.
Yeah, clean it up and send in another version.
All right, thanks,
But
guys.
don't lose the tempo or anything. It's perfect.
I'm sure it'll stink
I
when
know.
he
The
redoes
second
it.
time they redo it, it's always too clear. They throw in some effects that they should have done the first time. All right.
Here's
Wear the bag, spread the HIV.
It's on XM.
I like it.
This is just the beginning of a bit. I think eventually it's going to really take off. Here's Schnit Dick instead of Shit Dick.
Schnit Dick.
Well, maybe not. It might be a typo because he's from North, N-O-R-F, Carolina. North. And Carolina is spelled C-A-R-O-I-L-N-A.
Which way is north? Ting, 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 ting.
He's raping infants.
Jim Norton.
On Opie and Anthony.
Holy mother of... What?
All right.
He's raping infants?
And by the way, is it really a rape if they don't object?
Jesus.
Oh.
All right. Let's go with let's go with Matt from Philly's jingle.
The Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio.
When takes for nothing!
Moving right on. Here's
I thought
one.
that was terrific.
Here's one from Guy Incognito.
It's Jimmy, the aborted fetus. What?
I don't know.
I didn't catch that even.
I didn't catch that either.
Mick.
The aborted fetus what?
Mick, I think it is.
Mick?
Sounds like light, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go
Awful.
with, this is JM. And then we'll get to the one we all really like. Okay.
Ben's Luscious Hog. High voltage 202.
See?
I kind of like that.
All right, I'll tell you something. That fits the jingle thing.
Of course.
Ben's Luscious Hog.
Right.
Like things like that.
That's more of a jingle.
With the high energy music behind it. Ben's Luscious Hog. XM 202. That's it.
Ben's Luscious Hog. High
Ben's Luscious Hog.
He sings it horribly.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Ben's Luscious Hog.
Sweating zilch in front of a computer with an erection and fucking kitty porn on one screen.
Trying to record it. Ma! Ma!
I like that one.
All
Ben's
right.
Luscious Hog.
Ben's Luscious Hog.
Because then you guys have no idea. Ben just hates when we talk about his penis. He
Of course
hates
he
it.
does. The shame he holds between those legs.
That's like everyone else drives a Saturn and you're ashamed of your Lexus. It just
Right.
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't.
Just
All right,
relish.
well,
Here's the one.
They pointed and laughed as children. That's why.
They really
In the
did.
schoolyard. They pointed and all laughed and did things like nya 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 nya.
Ben got a big dinky.
Right.
Nya, nya. Yeah,
Nya,
exactly.
nya. Before it was like cool to have a big hog. When you're a kid, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
And they pointed and mocked him and shunned him.
Mountain crotch. They probably had little nicknames
Little
for him.
nicknames for him.
Ha ha.
Oh.
Ben got an anthill in there. Ha ha.
Big Ben. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
like
sure you heard that
the
one.
clock. Only it's cock. You know, they threw all those things around at him, and now he's ashamed.
First time he was at camp, waddling
Oh.
around like a tall infant with that fucking monstrous heavy third leg. Awful bald head. He probably had pubic hair when he was like 8. Curly hairs wrapped around that fucking...
All right, listen. Here we go. This is the one we really, really like. Although Ben's Luscious Hog.
And I'm a big fan of the Greg and Tony show.
Yeah, I like
say.
that one. I like that one, yeah.
Well,
We'll
it has to
listen
be
on the
cleaned
replay.
up. This one,
I don't know. I kind of like it's kind of got a weird sound to it.
This next one doesn't need any cleaning up whatsoever.
All right.
And we don't even know who made this. His name's Tall Man, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is from Tall Man.
What a payoff.
That's great.
That rules.
Yeah.
It's got the sound. It's got the jingle sound to it. The high energy. His delivery is that bad high energy delivery, and it has a money shot. It's got to pay off at the end.
That guy nailed it.
One more time.
One more time. I'm
You
sorry.
can't lose with
one,
that.
That one blows all the
What a
others
big
away, man.
finish.
Bravo, Tall Man.
Very good.
That's a lot of fun.
Well, that's not bad. Not bad for the first batch.
Well, this is what I want to show you now, Anthony. Remember we were talking about the first jingle. Give me that first one again.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
started here. Well, someone had to get this bit going. That's why you got to bear with us sometimes. The whole O&A jingle thing started with this.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
And now we're up to this.
I like how it goes off there.
Yeah.
It's not suck my fucking cock.
Right.
It's suck my fucking cock.
It's a question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
that's good. Bravo, Tall Man. All right.
Well, looking forward to more. That's your home project. We give homework here on this program.
You know, when we get back, this Honeymooner thing is really just starting to piss me off. Being a huge fan of the original Honeymooners,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get that they're trying to pull this off as a movie that has anything to do with the original.
No, it doesn't.
Just call the movie something else, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, you see the trailers for it on TV, and it doesn't resemble the Honeymooners at all. I don't even mean black and white. It's it has nothing to do with the Honeymooners. And I've seen him try to fit in a line or two from the series, and it just doesn't work.
Because instead of just saying, let's call, have two different jobs, they figured people would go to see it because of the honeymooners.
Right.
Why did I just say that? Could I have said anything that was less necessary?
Elo.
Jesus, that really was. They figured they called it that people would see it.
If they call it the Honeymooners, people will go see it.
Well, you kind of make a good point, though. If it was called anything else, it would just be another movie.
Mm-hmm.
But now maybe they'll get a little more action from this movie because it is called the
They are,
Honeymooners.
though. Look at the fact that everybody's talking about it. And they're on the Today Show, whatever. Whichever one this is. Good morning. What is this one?
Today Show.
Yeah, whatever.
Katie Couric dyed her hair really blonde to try to look young today.
Younger and younger. She's trying to look.
Oh, it's on Rotten Tomatoes already?
Yeah.
What'd it get?
We got 2 reviews so far. I love Rotten Tomatoes. By the way, Cinderella Man on Rotten Tomatoes is getting fresh tomato, 82% good reviews. Hold on. Before you go there, let me see this. Because I thought I was reading that Cinderella Man's getting horrible reviews.
Yeah, I read a bad one.
Honeymooners, Anthony. I've seen lots of horrible movies this year. I can't imagine them getting any worse than this. And then click here to read movie reviews, the other one. But that's all they have so far. They're just starting to come in, the reviews. But here's the trailer. Listen to this. Yeah.
Ralph Cramden's not just a bus driver.
He's a nick.
He's a man of vision. This country was built on half-ass things. Like the guy who came up with the thong. He ran out of material and used what he had. Yeah. Ed Norton's not just a...
Holy
boy.
shit.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit.
Oh, boy. He ran out of material. That's what he had.
That's like a
First of all, no
comedy line.
Yeah,
that's like a bad stand-up line.
I'm Ralph Cramden. Mm-hmm.
First of all, no one should be trying to imitate the great Jackie Gleason ever.
He certainly doesn't seem like he's trying. That's just awful.
I mean, the line is really funny.
Yeah. Laugh riot.
Yeah. Just go, instead of watching the movie, go rent, go buy the box set.
Ed Norton's not just a sanitation engineer.
I'm a specialist. It's like I'm a brain surgeon, a Spider-Man.
He's a man of action. 2 schemers.
Look at them over there. If I get to believe they're over there talking about religion or politics, all they really care about is...
Beyonce is more peach-shaped. Like the way Shaka Khan used to be back in the day. Who've been searching everywhere.
Hey, sweet face.
Mom?
I thought you were Alice.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what a pervert would say.
For their one big break. Damn, that dog can run. Norton, that's it. We race Iggy.
The dog's a straight-up dud.
This summer.
Table setting for 3. Does that mean he's going to be here? He lives here. Not for long. If Jesus will quit making movies and answer the prayers of a righteous woman.
Think big. We got to get hold of some cash. Jeannie Lincoln. Remember we went on a date and it was supposed to be Dutch, but I paid. You got that $10 for the movie? And go for your dreams. We're going to sing a lot of your favorite tunes tonight.
You hired these guys as entertainment?
Cedric the Entertainer.
There's something really, really wrong with you.
One day you are going to push me too far.
The only thing that can push you is a bulldozer.
Mike Epps.
One line.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
No, we haven't had the pleasure, because if we had been pleasured, I think we'd have known about it.
Gabrielle Union. Regina Hall.
Come on, Alice. You gotta admit your man is trying.
Money for the blind. Anything can help. Got a blind dog. The Honeymooners.
Ralph, we gonna die. I gotta confess something to you. One day I was coming down on the fire escape and I seen Alice naked. And sometimes I think about it.
This trailer's as long as the movie.
Wow.
And it will do well at the box office.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the American public is a bunch of dummies, and Monster-in-Law did well at the box office. They're a bunch of dummies.
That is sacrilege.
Is that bulldozer line an original Honeymooners line? That's a funny line.
Yeah.
They can push you as a bulldozer.
It's a bulldozer, but it's so much funnier
Of course.
in black and white. It's a lot funnier in the series. You want to laugh at the Honeymooners? Get the Honeymooners.
Push you as
a bulldozer.
There was some funny shit in that show.
All right, well, it's just awful.
Oh, when they would goof about how fat he was.
Oh, my God.
Hysterical.
What am I going to do with peanuts? Eat them like any other elephant?
Like any other elephant.
That could be the greatest smash in the face line in history.
All right, well, good luck to you with that movie.
I guess a man doesn't have to get fat if he doesn't want to. The mother-in-law's just talking right in front of him, just bashing him, not even looking at him. Like she would look over him and past him, not acknowledging he's there. Ugh.
God, it was a great show.
Really was. To have this piece of crap come out.
All right, by the way, I don't know what the deal was with Cinderella Man. There were reports in the paper that Russell Crowe was all upset at his bad reviews, and that's why he went off at the Mercer Hotel the other day. He's getting 83% positive reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
He's just an angry guy. He's like one of those drunk fighter guys.
Dude, he cried.
Likes to brawl. Yeah, reports from the precinct.
It says Star was a Crowe baby with police.
Crowe baby. Oh, God, they gotta fit it in.
That's the New York Post for you. That's the headline. Star was a Crowe baby with police.
They put Tyrius Maximus.
Tough guy actor Russell Crowe turned teary-eyed and repentant after he was arrested early Monday for hurling a telephone at a Soho hotel concierge, police sources told the Post. His eyes watered, and he became very upset as he told detectives at the 1st Precinct station house about his past rage-fueled outbursts and problems with anger management, sources said. So he got all teary-eyed.
Guy's banged half of Hollywood. What's he crying about?
Good point.
What's he throwing phones for? Unless they couldn't connect him with a girl he was supposed to fuck that night, then it see him getting a little angry.
All right, when we get back, we should talk about Tom Cruise and this Katie Holmes thing.
Oh!
We got another little thing from Lil Marky today.
I'm getting the feeling that we ought to get a van and drive up to Katie Holmes and throw her in the van to deprogram her. Aren't you getting this creepy feeling from reading this stuff that she's like being taken by a cult? Those Scientologists have got a hold of her with one of their head Scientologist guys, Tom Cruise.
Good point, Anthony. Good point.
Tom Cruise, John Travolta. They're all into that kooky religion. You know, most people don't even know what Scientology's about, so you kind of just blow it off. Did you ever research Scientology and look into what it really is?
No.
It's crazy. This L. Ron Hubbard guy concocts this wacky idea. Actually, he elaborated a little on some other guy's idea about space people. Space people!
I like the space people angle.
And how there's like different tribes of space people and exiled space people, and you're part of the heritage of this line of space people, and you have to cleanse your body with these machines, and you just keep pouring money out. It's a cult! It is a cult, a very well-financed and well-publicized cult.
You don't believe in space people?
No.
I believe in space people.
Me too.
Not in the context of Scientology.
I don't believe...
L. Ron Hubbard.
I don't believe we're the only ones.
Well, I don't either. But I don't think it's in line with L. Ron Hubbard's teachings, Dianetics, and Scientology.
I think the reason we're here is this is just one big science experiment.
Mm-hmm. Whose project is it?
Some teacher.
Some teacher?
Are
we cup of dirt?
From another planet decided, okay, your final exam will be to start a whole new life form on another planet and see what happens. That's all it is. That's all this is.
Really?
Yeah.
I think under certain circumstances, life just pops up and kind of evolves based on what happens. I think that's it. I think there's plenty of these little pockets of whatever this is elsewhere that probably don't even resemble this, or, it's based on circumstances from another place. People that could, not people, but with some kind of life form that could survive in 1,000-degree heat with ammonia oceans and stuff like that. And, they trot around and go to work or do whatever the hell they do. I think it's just, certain circumstances kind of bubble the little cauldron and make life. And that's what we got.
Well, is there an awareness of, other things around it? If we were contacted, we'd probably be aware that we were contacted. Are those other things having awareness?
Oh, maybe. Maybe some of them. Others, maybe no. Maybe, they walk amongst you.
Right, you got to think out of the box. Maybe there's someone sitting right next to you right now in some other form that we just don't understand yet.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy.
Are you saying that right here in another dimension there's an interesting Bruce Kelly?
Bizarro world.
You got to think out of the box. You can't think in our terms. It could be some other thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't communicate. That has no reason to communicate with us. Doesn't need to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Do you try to communicate with ants?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, do you even try to sit down and have a conversation with an ant and make him understand something?
Every morning.
But just think that us Earth people are the ants, and then we're like we're dudes from another planet. Why would we bother with the ants?
Why would you bother?
We already understand what they're all about, and we don't care about them.
We're from some planet so far advanced that we, Earthlings, are mere ants. Why bother?
Because ants communicate, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever received a message from an ant?
Many times.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, but what is that?
That message is, I'm going to take a piece of your sandwich here that you placed on the counter.
Yeah.
Move out of my way. We got a cricket to get back to the anthill.
We're going to conga line this cricket piece by piece back to our hole. If you'll excuse me.
All right, why don't we break and we'll do the Tom Cruise stuff next, I guess. And God, we do have a lot to do. All right.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
How can I honestly say anybody rips me off? I mean, when I hear the same exact bits done, that's how I say it.
I mean, what about WOW? That's totally their idea.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There's something new.
Well, and then...
There's something new. You know what? I used to do that in Washington, D.C. Tell him, Fred. I used to have people tie bandanas around their cars so that women would take their clothes off in the cars. Dude, get with it.
All right, well, I mean...
Give me an original idea.
Well,
Come on.
I mean, I know.
I used to have my listeners tie a bandana around their car. I mean, I've done it all.
What about going off on...
I
totally know that's you.
All right, okay, whatever. I got to go. Please, I don't really want to get into a discussion like this.
So delusional.
That is really funny.
See,
Someone found the clip.
Yeah, that's something we couldn't play on the old show because of the gag order that he placed on us.
How do you tie a bandana around your car? That's a great one. That's a big bandana.
What's the matter? My car has cancer.
People throwing frisbees to their cars, jump and grab it.
God, just showing your age, man. You can't even tie bandanas to antennas anymore.
It's all hippied out. You honk the horn, it's like beep, beep.
Dude.
Honk, dude.
You're so delusional.
Oh, man.
Just admit it.
Bandana
WOW is such an original idea.
I invented everything. I've done it all. He even said, I've done it all. Wow.
Even the stuff that's going to be invented, I did already.
There's no original
I went into
ideas.
a time machine
Everyone
and I already did it.
Killed himself. Right. I've done it all. I was the first one to do anything. Marconi ripped me off, Robin. Remember the what was that thing called? Dot, dash, dot, Morse code. It was Howard code earlier. The guy ripped me off. I invented SOS. Robin. What a complete jackass. He's the guy. Wow. Wow. He invented WOW. And it had nothing to do with Whip 'em Out Wednesday or WOW. It was tying a bandana around your car. Thank you, Howard.
And what were we supposed to do if you saw...
I don't know. He didn't really explain it very well.
Of course he's not going to explain.
If someone had a bandana tied around their car somehow, girls would get naked in the car? It wasn't even flash. Yeah, girls would get naked. They're driving, taking their clothes off, crashing into a butt, Mr. Robin. I invented traffic accidents.
A bandana around an antenna. That reminds me of something else I've heard. It's called the fucking flag. That's not exactly somebody's fucking invention.
I invented that, Robin. They say Betsy Ross did that. I sewed the stars on. Ooh, it was all me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I honestly don't care. Don't care.
I invented that. Bandana was me.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony program today. Make sure you get your WOW stickers. Go to opieandanthony.com. And basically there's an address there where you send a self-addressed stamped envelope and we send the WOW stickers out to you. You throw it on your car. And there are ladies that will definitely flash you if they see the wow on your car. It's been working like a charm for many, many years. All right, we got Tom Cruise in the news again.
Ooh.
Tom Cruise all over the place with Katie Holmes.
This is what gets people thinking Tom Cruise might be gay. Because anytime he gets into a relationship, it becomes a huge publicity thing for him. So you got to start thinking, the guy's pretty smart as far as getting his name and image out there when he's got a movie coming up. This seems to be a big publicity move. He's so in love with her. He's going on all the shows professing his love for her, and these relationships seem to come up when he really needs them,
It's a little strange.
Convenient.
That
why'd you take that picture off? There you go. The Katie Holmes picture from movie, Hawk? Which one? The Gift.
Thank you,
And
MrSkin.com.
It is a gift for sure when you see you ass.
And then you get
switched
the
to picture.
herpes mouth
Her
picture.
with her cold sores around her mouth. With tits like that, I don't care if her mouth looks like the salt-sucking monster from Star Trek.
Jesus. My God. You got to be careful, though, Anthony. Imus had to apologize.
Yeah.
Don Imus had to apologize because Sid...
I'm sorry, Tom Cruise is a faggot.
No. You gotta apologize because Sid.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, Sid said that Tom Cruise is gay or something like that.
Sid said it was Sid?
Yeah, it was Sid again.
That fucking Sid.
Our old pal Sid Rosenberg, who now doesn't work for Imus anymore.
Oh, what are they doing showing Katie below the waist? Look at the spread.
She looks old, man.
She really looks old and frumpy.
Well,
she was the perky one.
Yeah.
They used to describe her as perky. Now she's got that, what they call the secretary spread. When she sits down, it's just, wow.
That's called the secretary spread?
That's the secretary spread.
What?
Yeah, where when they're sitting down and their thighs and ass is spread out like way further than it should be in respect to their hips. And look, her boobs don't look... Oh.
And she dyed her hair blonde to try to look younger.
And that dress is atrocious and not young looking.
No, she's wearing this bright pink dress, and she dyed her hair blonder, and it's just not working.
All right, let's focus. So, Tom Cruise.
Focus.
Tom Cruise, Imus.
Yeah.
We've got disturbing news, too, from Hollywood, I guess. What do you have, over there?
By the way, Sid.
Yeah.
Careful.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not. I know.
You saw this terrible story. The beautiful, hot, steaming Kylie Minogue.
Singer.
Oh, actually, she makes these great videos.
Yep.
She has breast cancer.
Yeah, they can be so beautiful when a bitch got bald head and one titty.
Oh, man.
That was the comment that got Sid fired.
Yeah, that was...
And I even said, careful, Sid.
Yeah, careful, Sid. He knows. Sid's mouth is like explosives.
You know what happened? It's unfortunate for Sid Rosenberg. He was doing... Thank you for pointing at the TV and distracting all of us, Eric.
Eric.
We could see the TVs. Thanks. Now what was I talking about?
Is that Diane Sawyer?
Yeah, she's jumping rope.
She's jumping rope. And Katie's sitting on a couch.
Diane Sawyer and the gang, they're just going to kick the Today Show's ass. Slowly but surely, they're now nipping at their heels.
Yeah, sorry, again, another distraction.
What were we talking about? Jesus.
What? Tom Cruise.
We already have ADD on this show.
Sid.
Oh,
And Opie's just about to go, and I look at the TV and see the leg that fell out of the plane story.
All right.
I can't focus.
How can you? Poor Mabel King.
We have all this good stuff, but now we just got to focus and present it to our fine listeners.
Let's focus. Imus was apologizing.
Because he said something about a leg falling out of a plane? What did he say?
It fell on Katie Couric.
Oh, my God. And that's what the problem with Scientology was.
Right.
All right. They encourage you to get in planes and your legs fall out.
Right.
Careful,
well,
Sid.
I was going to make a point about Sid and how you got to understand the environment you're working in. And, Imus is now more respected. And
his show isn't... Well, he's never been a shock jock. Imus wasn't a shock jock.
And he's now in the fancy MSNBC studios, so there's a lot more people paying attention to the show. And you got Sid making these crazy, crazy comments. You gotta understand. They're going to come after you, after a while.
Of course they are.
And they finally
one titty. That's a rough one.
They finally went after him, and unfortunately, Imus had to get rid of Sid. I don't think Imus wanted to get rid of Sid, but he had no choice.
This isn't the first time. He's been thrown off the show a couple of times for his comments, but this one looks pretty severe.
So besides that comment we just played, Sid also talked about how Tom Cruise is gay, basically saying he's gay or whatever, and Imus had to apologize for that comment.
Yeah.
And he read a prepared statement, so the lawyers were nervous enough to go, look, Imus, and Imus is his own man, but they Imus, you better read this fucking thing, man.
Tom Cruise is very, very protective about his sexuality. If anybody comes up with if anybody says he's gay in print or on TV or the radio, he goes after him with his lawyers.
I don't blame him, actually. It's got to be... I don't think the guy is gay, and it's got to be irritating when you're this sex symbol and all these stupid cockblocker guys are saying what a fag you are. And
you're
like,
banging
dude, but
the
I'm
hottest
not.
chicks in Hollywood, and...
Yeah, you're banging Nicole Kidman, and they're still calling you a mo.
Some
That's got to be
ass
irritating.
wife is calling you a faggot.
If you're saying it, I don't think... If you're saying it in humor, there's some weird law, which, of course, Comedy Central never cares about. Don't mention product names. But, like where Joan Rivers used to attack Liz Taylor, and there was some kind of a thing where if you're doing it in humor and it's parody, it's okay.
Yeah, parody's fine.
But if you're coming out and you're really saying it,
Yep. It's all in the context.
All right. Do we have the Tom Cruise clips? So basically, in the Post today, let's see, Katie Holmes' whirlwind romance with Tom Cruise is taking its toll on her friendships and career, Anthony.
Yeah.
Holmes, who is now living with Cruise in his Beverly Hills mansion, has stopped talking to many of her old friends who are not into her new religion, Scientology. One friend who worked with Holmes on Pieces of April said this relationship is becoming becoming as weird as Liza Minnelli's and David Guest.
Wow.
It was exciting at first that Katie was dating Tom, but then when she started drifting away and I realized it was because we weren't into Scientology, it got a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
So other friends claim they can't get Holmes, who has been surrounded during her Batman Begins junket at the Wilshire by several Scientologists, including Cruise, and she's not returning any calls. I'm just trying to...
How old is she and how old is he?
It's like a 14-year difference, something like that.
All right, so she pretty much grew up watching Tom Cruise like every girl does. Like, you go, wow, this guy's great. I'm in love with this guy.
Ooh.
That's like if I was like, some hot actress that I had been watching wanted to start banging me, I'd do whatever religion she was doing. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm older than Jennifer Lopez, but if she said,
she's
look,
got
I'll
a
sit on your
career,
face. Yeah, but still, he's bigger than she is. He's way bigger than she is.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise. If he wanted me to be a Scientologist just to hang out with him, I would.
You would do it?
Fuck yeah. It's Tom Cruise. I just march around with him. You think I'd fucking walk in here a little late? Me and Tom were out. What?
What are you going to do about it? Let's go to the clips we have on Gillette.
What's the Oprah one, by the way? Remember he flipped? Do we ever hear that? When he freaked out on Oprah?
Jumping up and down on her couch saying he loves Katie.
Someone said he made a real ass out of himself.
He did.
But I haven't heard it.
Without a camera rolling and a script, he's a moron.
Most of them are.
Most of them are. They're these remember artsy people in school? People that were in the drama club and things like that. That's who all these people are. They don't have real ideas. They're not the characters you see them playing in the movies.
Yeah.
They're like these weird friggin' spacey people.
By the way, Tom Cruise is 43, Katie Holmes is 26, 17-year difference, and I say there's nothing wrong with that.
I completely agree.
Absolutely, I agree wholeheartedly.
The only thing I see wrong with it, it's not enough years difference.
A parent might have a problem with that, but I say screw the parents. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. That's
here,
really
love,
that's
and
what
you're
you're
happy,
here.
and you enjoy the company of someone.
That's
concur.
Right. To hell with the parents, you say to your friends.
Right.
That's right.
That's it.
Or the heck. Strong language.
All right, I want to play the Gillette clips. All right, let's play the first one here, Eric.
No, why? We're happy. Why not share it, I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled. And, I mean, I want to tell the whole world.
She's like a Stepford wife.
I'm already nauseous, though, with the fact that she said I'm so thrilled.
I'm thrilled.
A Stepford wife.
I am thrilled.
I love Tom Cruise.
Must give money to Scientology.
Wait, he's 43 when she's 27. I'm 26, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when she was 12, that's 14 years ago, he was what? 29. Right? No, what I'm saying is like when she was at that impressionable age.
You're right.
Yeah.
like she was watching movies. This guy was a mega star, right? So she grew up watching this guy, so you can't really blame her. Like I'm saying, her whole like teenage movie viewing life has been watching him.
Right. Basically, when Tom Cruise... I don't like doing the math, personally.
The math is pretty funny to do.
Yeah, when Tom Cruise was graduating, let's say, high school, she was 1.
Cool. Nothing wrong with having somebody who's... All
right, let's move on to the next clip. Shall we?
Hold on. I used to go to Watch Hill out on Fire Island for the summers. Go out there, and we had a boat and everything. And I heard that at the time I was going out there, my girlfriend, her family would also go out there. And I was, in my mid-20s. We used to play in a band out there, and she was 8 years old.
Playing in the sand. Wow. With her little pail and
on
shovel.
On the same beach.
Too bad you didn't meet then, huh?
Who said we didn't?
Eight
years old.
I would love to call you a sick bastard, but I have no leg to stand on today.
Of course you don't.
All right, let's
I respect any relationship that starts off with a Snickers bar and a psst.
Why don't we go to the second clip here, Anthony? Katie
I
Holmes.
met Tom one special day in April, and I'm so in love, and he's the most amazing man in the entire world. I couldn't be happier.
I just think it's funny that right after they met, she gets all those freaking cold sores.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's the stress of a new relationship.
That's something that Inside Edition, or whatever they're called, Inside Hollywood Accessed, whatever it is. Access Edition. They don't comment about her cold sore face.
Katie Holmes' cold sores.
Right.
Let's go deep inside Katie Holmes' mouth and find out what that virus is all about.
All right, let's go to the
volcano lip.
Third clip.
I don't read that because there's so many people that are so happy for us, and it's like, great. That other stuff, who cares?
What?
Who's happy for you?
Who?
Name me 3 people that don't know you that are happy for you. We're all waiting for this to turn into a disaster.
I'm happy for her.
You're not happy for her. You're happy for him.
Happy for him or happy for her? Yeah, I guess I'm happy for him. You're right. Let's go to the fourth clip.
Her.
I love that. Right. I think that's great, and he's such a bright light, and he's such a wonderful, kind person, and I miss him when he leaves the room. I love him.
You know what?
That's emotionally healthy.
Maybe we should explain the clips instead of just playing them randomly.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm listening.
Sorry, Anthony. Maybe I should set these up a little better.
Maybe you should set it up like they do on real shows.
I know. Right, shut up.
Like on real shows, they go, and Katie was asked about her feelings about the movie, and this is what she said. You don't just play the clips and, oh, it's fantastic. Well, that was a little scary, but we did get through it. What? What was?
All right, point made, Anthony. Point taken, I should say. Holmes says she wouldn't tone down Cruise's exuberance when he shows his love for her. Like,
okay.
Like when he's jumping up and down on Oprah's couch and stuff.
Right.
Is there clips of that, by the way, that we have?
No.
Yeah, we should have that.
Why don't we have that clip, guys? That's one that we should have had, I think.
Yeah.
I know it's tough to get everything, but...
Are all the clips played?
One. Huh?
You played all the clips?
Yeah,
without explaining a one.
That was our clips segment?
Yeah, well...
You would think after the first one, you would go, I have no idea what she's talking about. Perhaps I need to preface this with what she's talking about.
Doesn't he go...
I just love how you go, like, real shows.
Like a real show.
Like, we all...
I've listened to real shows.
Like, we all understand that we're not really doing a real show here.
I know that.
We try to make believe sometimes.
We're playing radio.
Right.
And sometimes we, get it right, and most of the times we're winging it. On a real show, they would have prefaced those clips.
I understand.
And I bet you Nathaniel over there is going, God damn it, introduce the clip properly.
They taught me that.
They teach you that in school.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
All right, well.
Give them old clips of the Hindenburg disaster and have them try to preface it like they're brand new, see, because they use dated stuff over there.
How do you preface that? All right, well, this is Ben Sparks' cock on fire.
Oh, get out of the way! Oh, it's the worst catastrophe I've ever seen.
There are a number of important persons that's on board, and no doubt the new commander, Captain Max Frisch, is thrilled, too, for this is his great moment, the first time he's commanded the Hindenburg.
Here comes the big Jew-hating balloon.
Chief officer under Captain Lehman. It's practically standing
It
still
is.
now. They've dropped ropes out of the nose of the ship, and it's been taken a hold of down on the field by a number of men. It's starting to rain again. The rain had slacked up a little bit. The back motors of the ship are just holding it,
making it herk and
just enough
jerk.
to keep it from burst into flames. Wait, get it started. It's crashing. It's crashing terrible. Oh my, get out of the way,
Listen to him cry.
It's burning and bursting into flames, and it's falling on the mooring mast and all the folks between it. This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's flaking 400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the passengers speeding around here. I can't talk to people. There's friends are on there. I can't talk, ladies and gentlemen. Honest, it's just laying there, massive smoking wreckage. And everybody can't hardly breathe and talk and screaming. Lady, I'm sorry.
Stop it!
That radio started pretty much with that clip, and this is where we are today.
Look at where we are.
And even that guy didn't say, what the fuck is your problem?
Hey,
yet.
whoa! Wow!
He didn't cry.
That is the best point ever. The guy was able to hold it together and not curse.
Crying, and he didn't belt out profanity.
Yeah, I think whatever was the governing body back then would have understood if the guy, the governing... Oh,
No, I'm sure the governing body...
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Jimmy just turns his head.
I know you're already looking at me.
And looks.
I saw it, too.
That's fine, man.
Governing body.
Yeah, who needs an end?
Oh, and the word governing comes out of his mouth, and it bursts into flames. Oh, it's destroyed. The human language is getting destroyed. Oh, the humananimity.
You just drop certain letters once in a while. That's all right.
Yeah, you know.
You silly nigger.
Who needs all 26 letters?
Oh, boy,
God.
that guy came apart at the seams.
But I'm just saying, what I want to say is that, yeah, he should have been able to throw an F word out
when
there.
you go, holy shit, that thing
course.
is in flames.
And
I'm
who
sorry,
would
ladies
have
and
fined that
gentlemen.
guy for that, you know?
Oh, get out of the way.
Professional broadcaster.
It burst into flames. That was just great.
Yeah.
You keep, like, what he's saying, it's already been grabbed by people. There were people that survived that, though.
Yeah. Some people died. Some people made it through. It didn't even look like anyone should have lived through that.
Big Jew-hating balloon.
Big Jew-hating balloon. Fucking swastika on it.
Was there?
Yeah.
What year was that?
I'm moseying over. What was that, 30... I want to say 6, but I'm not sure. When was it? Anyone? Nathaniel? You're a pretty smart guy. No? Don't know when the Hindenburg crashed?
Wait, you had another clip? What was that?
If you wanted to replay it.
Why would we replay it?
Why would we replay it? Hawk.
All right, let's go to the Tom Cruise on Access Hollywood.
We have him on Oprah?
Talking about Scientology. No, we don't.
Let's get that.
Here's the first clip. I don't know what it's about.
It's been more than 4 years since Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman went their separate ways. Yet people are still fascinated by their relationship. What went wrong? Could it have been saved? As our Cruise exclusive continues, Tom tries to clear up some of the mystery. Is or was Nicole ever a Scientologist?
No.
Is that part of the reason why you're no longer together, because you're raising your children?
No. Hollywood's golden couple, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, have separated.
Tom and Nicole split. 11 years of marriage. I believe it. Oh, come on. It's sad.
As expected, the Cruise-Kidman breakup unleashed a headline guessing game. Scientology was often cited.
I definitely respect other people's beliefs and what however they want to live. I mean, there's tools that she's used in her life, absolutely.
So what's wrong with that? What he just said there is not even, that's a pretty normal thing to say.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to go through these clips.
No, I want to hear him. I just want to hear what he said about Scientology. He just didn't say anything about Scientology.
No, they never do.
Yeah, let's try this one.
Tom, you adopted children. Why did you? I mean, that is really opening up
No, Nick and I wanted to. Someone said to me, and I just went, what was I? Well, when are you going to have your own children? You know, do you think you'll have your own? I said, I have my children. You don't get it. There's no way. And I must tell you, when I held my daughter, you know, when we adopted Bella first, as much as I realized how, you know, that level of reality and affinity and love that I had for my mother, there's nothing like when you hold your own child, you go, my gosh, wow, that love.
But unlike their mother, the children are Scientologists.
And with my children, you know, like anything, I believe it's their choice on what they want to do, and they are Scientologists.
They are?
Oh, yeah.
And is Nicole fine with that? She's the other half.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Nick and I are very much, you know, I think we're doing a great job raising our children, because right from the beginning, the thing that I do admire, you know, about Nick is that it's the respect of someone else's beliefs. You know, she's not a bigot. Nick's not a bigot.
What?
Nick's not a bigot. You know, he's not talking about the Apollo.
All right, well.
But that was a totally, completely normal things to say. Like, he's not really talking about Scientology in some weird way. He's just going, that's my belief, it's her belief.
They never do. They try to, and believe me, there's probably closed-door meetings with these high-echelon Scientologists like him and John Travolta, that how Scientology is presented through them. They don't want these guys to look like they're brainwashed zombies, you know, preaching the words of L. Ron Hubbard. They want it to sound like, hey, it's your choice, it's this, that. But once you get in there, and if you're a high-profile guy like that with a lot of money, that church is the money that is pouring into the Scientology churches. They have compounds and churches all over the place, big, huge buildings. It's amazing. Yeah, Tom Cruise took a tour? The Star recently gave an unprecedented 6-hour tour of 3 of Scientology's facilities to a details writer. So I guess they're going to do a story on it in details?
And I think guys like him and Travolta have at least been involved for many years. Like, Travolta's been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Before it was fashionable to do. So many of these young actors now just do it as a place to network. They think it's the key to the kingdom.
Right.
Like a lot of them go to certain recovery meetings in L.A. because they think that's where you
know you're going to meet some producers.
Douchebags. Yeah, I mean, they're not doing it for the right reasons.
I'm into Kabbalah myself.
Is that what you're into these days?
Oh, yeah.
Kabbalah?
Yeah.
Me and Esther.
Yeah. I have no idea
you
what
and
that
Esther?
is.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Madonna?
Oh, I don't call her that. You call her by whatever name you want. I call her Esther. I respect that.
We got another jingle that came in from Brother Joe. Anyone hear this?
It's an old one.
Oh, this is an old one.
An old one.
How old, Eric? It's not important.
Huh?
It's not important.
Norton, angry comic, make you laugh so hard you'll vomit. Norton, angry comic, he's so pissed off.
It's a Norton one.
I didn't understand it.
Kind of works, though.
You're angry.
All right.
I'm not. I'm in a good mood, Joe.
Why don't we take another break,
Joe.
Anthony? When we come back, we'll finish up the news.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Editor of Sync Magazine. Is that him? Mm-hmm. That's him?
On the left.
Who are you?
I don't see anyone on the
Who's
left.
this delicious youngster sitting outside?
Oh, that guy.
The
What
messy
guy?
hair.
That's a chick.
No, there's a guy.
No, there's a guy next to him.
There's a guy way over there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We got the guy from Sync Magazine coming in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Wait, Eric, just...
Oh, I know you. That guy's actually very cool.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk to... It's Tony, right? Yeah, we'll talk to Tony from Sync Magazine next. Also, you want to do the leg story before we go to break then?
Yeah.
Where's that news story, Eric?
That's a cute story.
This is the story of the day in our opinion. No, I mean the Dillette story.
Oh, there's... it's in Dillette? We actually have a clip?
Yes, we have a clip.
Oh, from a legitimate news organization?
Yes. Yes.
How do we get that?
Do you want to set it up, Anthony?
Well, body parts falling from the skies over Long Island, New York, Opie. Seems a man's severed leg.
No, I was going to play the clip and then we'll go there.
Oh, that's all you needed from me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, here's the setup, actually. I got the
I'm
setup
not needed
page.
at all.
I got the cue sheet, as they call it in the business.
Ooh.
Hearn says part of a man's body bounced off the roof of her garage and landed in her backyard.
There's one large body part. It's the entire leg, the entire torso, the entire hip. and half of a spinal cord.
Oh! And this clip says, Hearn says she heard a loud crash a little before 7 a.m., but she didn't find out what caused it until late morning.
I heard something this morning. I didn't think anything of it. It could have been my neighbors loading furniture in and something very hard hit.
So body parts are falling out of the sky, Anthony?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Seems that this leg, which was attached, as she said, to a hip, part of the torso, and half a spine, fell from what appears to be a South African jetliner about to land at Kennedy Airport. That's what happened.
But apparently someone's trying to hitch a ride.
Yeah, someone's trying to hitch a ride from South Africa. They do this every so often. Some people make it, some people don't. Some people freeze to death up there. This guy apparently jumped in the works for the landing gear, and when the landing gear pulled up, he was not out of the way and got stuck in the gears and hydraulics and things that make the landing gear go up and down.
You wonder if it hurt or if it just killed him instantly.
If you're being ripped in two, or at least two, it probably hurt for a very short period of time.
Yeah, you're alive long enough to know that a big part of your body is now falling.
I don't think you have enough time to go, holy shit, I'm being cut in half by a landing gear. I think you get, maybe.
Where's the upper half from inside the plane?
Well, that could have fallen out, or they said some parts were still inside the plane that they had to hose out. They told passengers who were supposed to board the plane after it landed that the plane was being delayed for maintenance. Didn't tell them what. Just said maintenance.
Get out the big hose. Hose it down and get those damn passengers on board.
Down,
we got money to make.
But it's minus 30 degrees at that height sometimes, right? Well, minus 40 degrees when you're at cruising altitude.
Colder than that. It could get very, very cold. You got no air up there. And the great part is a white Adidas sneaker was still neatly tied to the foot of this leg and hip that fell to the ground. Like in Jaws, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
When the guy got, you kids okay over there? And the shark bit his leg off and
it fell down.
Leg.
That
sneaker tied to it.
At the time, it looked so real, but now you look at that scene and the leg looks so fake.
Does it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Hearn, who discovered this, says at first saw the leg in the grass. It didn't look real. But authorities assured the special ed teacher it wasn't a cruel joke. She said it was very blackened, as if it had been charred. Victim apparently stowed away, crawled into the wheel well of the jet when it took off from Dakar, Senegal. And they said that her house is kind of right under where they open up their landing gear to land at Kennedy Airport. And boom, there it goes. The body was badly battered, the clothing shredded, and the plane was battered from the body parts. So I guess they did have to fix some stuff in the plane. Must have tore up something in there with his bones digging into the metal.
So you think when
probably a ligament got caught?
Yeah.
A wire?
Dented up some of the metal for the landing gear door, maybe.
Well, do you think that it actually closed and just killed him instantly, or it got ripped? Maybe he got ripped apart when it opened somehow. No?
Maybe. Oh man, imagine he made it. Finally, I am going to be free. He's ripped to shreds.
Or maybe his one leg was just it closed on his leg, and he was like, say, from the knee down, was trapped in the landing gear, screaming for help, and no one could hear him for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then when it opened, maybe it just ripped his body in half.
Maybe. Oh, pounding on there. Somebody help me.
Hey, could you,
Hey, I'm stuck in here.
Don't put the landing gear down.
Do people, I guess people that do this don't do any research?
No.
That the landing gear compartment is not pressurized and there's no heat in there?
How much room do you think you have to move around in?
Are you insane? This guy talks with clicks and clacks. You want him to do research?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is there a click-clack book on landing gear that this guy could have read beforehand?
If you understand the concept that we have machines that fly in the air, then perhaps you can do a little research.
They don't understand. You've seen the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy, right?
Yeah.
With the Pepsi bottle thing?
Coke.
Oh, it's Coke?
It was Coke.
Anthony, in a related story, this just in, hitting the wire. It says AP.
Gotta be true, then.
Shark attack.
Yes.
Surf City, New Jersey. It could be New Jersey's first shark attack in 30 years, Anthony. A 17-year-old surfer, Ryan Horton, was catching some waves near Surf City on Long Beach Island when he felt a pain in his ankle he described as being hit by a baseball bat. Horton paddled back to shore, and his brother took him to the hospital. There, his bloody wound, about 3.5 inches long and 1 inch wide, was sewn up with more than 50 stitches.
3.5 inches wide and 1 inch? That's not a...
The surfer never saw what got him, but his mom sent a picture of the bite to a shark expert in Florida. The verdict? The expert said it was a classic shark bite, probably from a young great white.
Oh, stop
Surf
it.
City officials say from time to time shark encounters are inevitable living by the ocean.
Yeah. Well, those beaches will stay open. It's 4th of July. Look, fellas, let's be reasonable. It's not the time nor place to perform some kind of a half-assed autopsy on a fish. And I, for one, won't stand by while you cut that thing open and see that little Kittner boy spill out all over the dock. The mayor, one of the best characters in the whole movie. In the whole movie.
With the jacket with anchors on it?
Oh, with the anchors on it. He's so proud of amity means friendship. He's so proud.
Meg falling out of the wheel well.
I want them hung up by their Buster Browns. Some vandalism on the sign.
Let's go to Ben's Raw Ass. Ben's Raw Ass, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to say you have to blame Schwarzenegger from that movie Commando for giving all these guys the idea of climbing into the landing gears, you know?
Oh, really? Is that what he did in Commando?
Wasn't that True Lies or something?
No, it was Commando. When he had a certain amount of time to get his daughter back, so the plane was taken off.
I have to rescue Cheney. Cheney.
Yes, and then he climbed into that gear, and then as the plane was taking off, he jumped into the swamp.
Yeah, he jumped from the plane as it's taking off.
He would have been
lands
killed.
in a swamp and just kind of brushes himself off. That's what he does every movie.
All right,
guys, thanks.
Thank you. Let's go to Oklahoma. Ed?
Hey, man, going back to that South African, I want to keep your lips from exploding at that altitude.
All right.
Just wondering, man. Punching out.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
How about that woman that took her shirt off?
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. Show us your fun man. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is effing beautiful.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. Cancel your appointment. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Stay out the bushes.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
PBJ.
I'm trying something different.
Ooh, peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Eating peanut butter and jelly.
First day of my new thing.
What's the new thing?
Like eat lunch stuff.
That seems like a really nice little snack right now.
I mean, we get up at what?
Bite.
I get up at 5 in the morning.
Asshole.
It's 4.5 hours since I've been awake. And for some reason, because it's morning for everybody else, I feel like I have to eat morning food the whole morning we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make sense because now it's kind of lunch for us.
That's right.
So I'm trying to eat like lunch now.
I eat
starting with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I eat my lunch in the morning. See, I eat my lunch with, like, I'll have tuna or turkey or something in the morning. And then when I get home, you know what I have? A bowl of cereal. I'm insane. I'm a crazy person.
Obviously. Look at the shirt you're wearing today.
It's very festive, bright, and summery.
What do you have when you get home? A nice drug cocktail?
Travis,
Roban.
what color is that shirt?
That's a light blue with some pink.
Pink? Travis, there is no pink on this shirt.
Looks pink from here.
This is peach, and this is seafoam green. Of course
He's saying that's a
this
blue
is
shirt.
Blue.
It's lavender.
Lavender,
That
seafoam,
is not
and pink.
lavender.
Seafoam.
And pink.
I won't give you the pink, Anthony, even though it's close. It's more of a peach.
It's
Ew,
peach.
peach is worse.
And this
Eric, what
is
colors are the shirt?
Lavender.
Shut up, would you?
Go ahead.
Lavender, lime, and peach.
It is not lavender.
Lime. He called it lime. Ugh.
I said lime green. He says it's seafoam or something like that.
I want an example. I'm going to images, Google. How do you spell lavender?
Could someone take a picture of just Anthony's shirt?
Q-U-E-E-R.
I want to save him the embarrassment, so don't even get his...
No.
Don't,
Look at lavender.
Let me see lavender.
Look at lavender. See?
Yeah, that's close.
No. This is blue. Let me see.
Thank God you only wear stuff once, so we'll never see the shirt again. Dude, I watch everyone's rotation around here. I mean, Norton, just don't even get his face, because I'm trying to save him the embarrassment. All right. Now get that shirt up online. Look, everyone's taking pictures of you in your shirt.
It's not lavender. See, if you look at the lavender on the website here, you'll see that it's purple.
It's close enough. Everyone's just
it's
flashing
more
away.
Purple.
You may want to save him the embarrassment, but I don't.
Blue.
Let me see.
Oh.
You stink.
The best part, though, is Anthony doesn't wear anything twice. I've never seen a rotation come around with your clothes.
I burn them to keep the germs off of me.
Looks kind of more like blue in this photo.
Of course it's blue.
But in real life, it looks more lavender.
I'll try without the flash.
Lavender.
Nathaniel, what's the color? What are the colors of Anthony's shirt
with
today?
a little red added to it? Is that what lavender is?
This is... Whose side do I want to come on?
If
down
you
on
say
today?
this is lavender, you're wearing a lavender shirt. Look at the colors.
I enjoy your blue shirt, sir.
Thank you,
if
Nathaniel.
only for self-defense.
Thank you. See? It's the same color blue.
Wait, now
only I
you're
have
claiming
white
that
in it.
Nathaniel has the same color shirt as you? Get next to him.
Yep.
This
That
will
is
prove
there.
my
Right
point.
behind him.
Because Nathaniel's wearing a blue shirt. That is blue.
Now look at the blue on this. But notice I have white in with the blue. That is the same color blue.
No,
I rest my case.
No, his is darker.
No, it is.
Yeah, his
That's
is-
just because I have some white.
Nah, his is definitely more manly.
Look,
Yours
Mine is not a solid blue.
Your blue is
white,
missing some T cells.
There's white spots and white stripes over here.
Yeah, all right. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Your blue is too weak to answer the door. Has to have a friend come over and make it broth.
Broth.
Your blue should be tied to a fence in Wyoming.
Jesus.
It's a wonderful blue. It's not lavender. You suck. And I really think this shirt will set the whole look off. Faggot.
Didn't they do a Queer Eye thing with the Boston Red Sox recently?
Oh,
That was their...
yeah, they took like Johnny Damon and a couple of the other guys and gave him a little makeover. They didn't cut his hair, though.
Let's go to Krista in Jersey. Krista, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Hello.
Anthony, I haven't seen your shirt, but I am going to guess that
Yeah.
the color is actually periwinkle, which is pretty gay.
Oh, my God. Is there an actual color called periwinkle?
It's not periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
You can punch up periwinkle, and I bet you, sight unseen, that is the color of your shirt.
Periwinkle? Oh, my Lord.
Let me see. Hold on. Periwinkle.
Uh-oh. It's not saying no.
All right, might be periwinkle.
Oh, my God, you're wearing periwinkle.
Periwinkle?
Hey, periwinkle with ya.
You're wearing periwinkle with a peach tiny stripe and a foam green stripe.
Foam green, periwinkle, and peach.
Periwinkle looks a little too lavender still.
I don't know.
For me.
This is
Dude,
blue. It's fucking blue.
Dude, I will take away that I think it looks lavender if you'll admit it's periwinkle.
It is periwinkle.
It's more periwinkle than lavender.
I don't think it's periwinkle. I think it's blue.
Steve?
I'd say blue.
Steve, what's the color of his shirt?
Periwinkle.
Be
or
honest. Don't be a pussy like everyone else around here. What's the color?
What is it? I
What's the
just looked
color?
at some periwinkle online. That's pretty close to periwinkle.
It's not periwinkle.
What about those stripes that go through the whole shirt?
The stripes, pink and green.
No, it's it's
Attaboy.
It's peach.
You know, when my sister-in-law
That
had
shirt
her wedding,
was-
I was in the wedding, and the dresses were periwinkle.
All right, this guy wants to spell lavender for Anthony. Let's go to Kevin in Connecticut. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hi, guys. Anthony asked earlier how to spell lavender.
Yeah.
G-A-Y.
The beauty, though, he'll never wear this shirt again. He doesn't wear anything
I
twice.
will wear this at some point.
And if you don't wear it, just make it into a bumper sticker and put it on the back of your car. little rainbow shape.
Take that shirt and make a quilt patch. A quilt. There's a society called the Periwinkle Communique.
The color is exactly the same.
No.
It is.
That's more purple. It's purple. This is blue. There is no mistaking this isn't blue.
Periwinkle.
That's periwinkle. She nailed it. That
Good
fine woman nailed it. It's periwinkle. I'll give you periwinkle, Anthony. I'll take the lavender away.
Periwinkle, seafoam green, and pink. What's wrong with that? It's a fine shirt.
Periwinkle isn't even a color.
Do you realize a slip is a more masculine shirt?
I like my summery shirt.
I think it's great. Should be a little longer. You should come down to maybe your mid-knees.
Anthony, fashion's all about taking chances, and I want to congratulate you on taking a chance today.
I'm taking chances out there.
God, you know, I walked in, I'm barely awake, but I noticed your shirt immediately.
Oh, I know.
And Anthony was already prepared with the comebacks and everything.
Here it comes.
He's like,
here it comes.
Yeah. He just goes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's colorful. I got you. I'm on it. I dressed myself this morning. I know what I put on. Very colorful.
It's a nice shirt if you're going boating with a bunch of male friends and you watch the Tonys. Think Nathan Lane's a hoot, do you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Aunt. Oh, Jesus. Enjoy the next hour and a half with your little periwinkle shirt.
Rob from Cherry Hill. I've never heard a man defend that his shirt is not gay by screaming, "It's peach." Yeah, I know the peach doesn't really take away from...
Yeah, I can't... I'm trying to think if I have anything that has peach on it. No. Yeah, probably not.
Not at all.
All right, why don't we get Tony in here? Tony Raimondo from Sync Magazine. We like Sync Magazine.
Yeah.
Tony with the wild hair.
I like Sync because it's all about gadgets. It's all about gadgets and electronics and fun things that I love spending money on.
Sometimes a little too highbrow for me because I'm a dummy when it comes to tech stuff, but getting more and more into the magazine there, Tony.
Well,
I got to tell you.
The whole premise, I think, is to kind of dumb it down so people can, because you can get PC Mag or something if you really know your shit. But,
right.
I think, as we go, some stuff's just technical, it's just the way it is. But for the most part, we try to bring it down so a normal guy can figure it out. It's like fashion, you try to match a belt to a pair of shoes. It's tough for guys.
Are you trying to convey this to me?
No.
Is that a jab at me, my friend?
Tony,
No.
what's the color of that shirt?
Periwinkle and pink.
It's blue and peach.
It's a good-looking shirt.
It certainly is.
And what
Thank you.
What about that other stripe? What would you call
Which
that?
one?
The other one.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's some kind of Mary Kay green.
It's Mary Kay green. It's seafoam green.
Seafoam, yeah, absolutely. It's a good-looking shirt. I like it.
Thank you.
Seafoam.
I'm losing this battle. Oh, please.
Just admit it and then we move on. Don't you understand? Just admit it.
Because you probably told yourself in the mirror that it was kind of like a blue, green, and red shirt.
Blue, green, and red. That's what it is.
Yeah, just like blue, green,
Right.
and red.
Blue, green, and red. That's what I said this morning. And now it's periwinkle, seafoam green, and peach.
Are you playing golf right after the show?
No. No, I'm not.
All right.
It's a good summer shirt.
Gonna change my shirt, though.
All right, so Sync Magazine, we're looking at the latest issue. And actually, we're in it because they compare satellite companies.
Oh.
Battle of Satellite Radio on, what page are we on? Kind of mentions us in the shock jock genre. XM has us, and little doggy company will have Howard in the beginning of 06.
I invented a technology.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's, it's up for debate. A lot of people want to know between XM and Sirius, and as it gets, more popular. We're just trying to give them nuts and bolts. People will pick what they want, depending on what they want.
Well, XM has the much better technology at this point, much better, and much better content, I must say, as well.
Yeah. That's right, damn it.
And I think for Sync and the Radio Sync, it's mostly, it's the stuff that you can get with it, the stuff you can listen to it on, whether it's portable or not. I think we also did the portable.
Oh, I saw that. You tested out the MiFi in Denver and New York City?
Yeah, so we took it to mine shafts down in the subway, and it works.
Well, you know that satellite radio can't work in subways yet.
No, but I think the overall test was, I think what's up for debate is how spotty the service is on the portable version.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it did really well, but you got to take it to a certain extreme just to give people the feeling that you actually used it and didn't just fake it.
I got to tell you, I do have a MiFi. I use it every day, and I just don't have any problems with it whatsoever in Manhattan. And I know it worked for the company, so but I'm not giving the company line. It rarely craps out, and if it craps out for a couple seconds tops.
Yeah, I don't think it's any different than cable or anything else that whatever you're using. I mean, you're always going to have problems, but when you put something in, and what we try to do is give it to real guys to test all the products, because if you put it in the hands of some reviewer, he's going to take the piss out of it because that's what he thinks he needs to do. No different than a record review or a movie review.
It is kind of funny, though, because in the New York City test, I guess you guys went to the top of the Empire State Building. You think it would have an unobstructed signal on the Empire State Building's 86th floor, but the device just went kaput.
Yeah.
Doesn't work on the 86th floor, huh?
I mean, it might have been some kind of alien ways, but that's
that
exactly
seems a little weird.
You would think in an open field or high above, no obstruction, but it's just not the case. But how many days? You're not really going to stand up there and listen all day anyway. So who gives a shit? As long as you can walk down the street and it works.
Yeah, I could walk right through Times Square and my MiFi works just fine. So, what else is in the latest issue of Sync Magazine, there, Tony?
All kinds of stuff. I think one of the things we try to do is not just show the gadgets, but kind of get to the lifestyle of it. And what we realized, we did a survey a couple months ago, and we realized that women, girlfriends, wives are fantastic at catching guys who cheat based on their emails, their text messages, voicemails.
Guys get very sloppy.
Guys are stupid. They get drunk. They send that text booty call at midnight. They don't forget. They forget to delete it. But women are pretty fastidious about it. Like what we found out was they know all of our passwords. Whether it's PIN codes, passwords to computers, email.
Mm-hmm.
And
because we're dumb, we use our birth dates. Because that's the only thing we can remember.
It is. It's always dogs' names, birthdays.
Something so obvious.
It's never the girl that you're actually cheating with.
Hey, my password's Greg. No one will figure that one out.
But they're pretty quick at it, and we realize that they all know. They all check whether you're not cheating or you are cheating. They're always looking.
Dig into your email and take a little peek around, see what's going on.
Absolutely. And I think the actual number is 76% of all women go through all of your stuff to see if you cheat. But women are, if you think your woman's cheating, there's a good chance she is. But the reality of it is women they'll do their cheating text message. If she's cheating with you or cheating with a guy from work, she's going to text him after work when they split up. We do the old midnight thing, when you're drunk and you think you want to hook up. But women are a little, they're a little closer home. They're not going to do it when they're home watching TV like a guy will. So if you think she's cheating, the time to check on her phone or her email is right after work when she gets home.
Really?
Because all the women said was the minute they walk out the door, they get that separation anxiety. But then once they get home and start going about their daily business, whether it's watching Law and Order or cooking, they kind of forget about it. Depends if you guys are cheating. Which one of you guys are cheating?
I don't think anyone's cheating.
No.
Jimmy, it doesn't matter. And
right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not cheating. Opie,
no reason to.
No cheating.
No.
I did realize this
Nathaniel
recently.
cheating? No, you got a girlfriend, Nathaniel?
Yes.
Oh, you do. All right. That's all. Yes.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Very nice young lady.
How long?
I'll be 3 years in July.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
And no cheating going on there, right?
Well, no.
Well, no. No, but I'm willing to learn.
Plus, Plus, living together, it's not really an option anyway. Nor a desire.
Very good.
nor a desire.
I'm just gonna blow this somehow. By
You ever
being
feel
nigga.
like I know there are some times that I'll get a business card or a number at an appearance or something. Never a chick's number or anything like that. Usually it's one of the dopey guys that say I make T-shirts or something like that, and they'll write a number on the back of their card, and I'll take that. And then like once in a blue moon, my wallet's out, and if your girlfriend starts going through your wallet, you're thinking like, oh, I got to make an excuse for that. I got like this guilt thing, even though you're not doing anything. Like this guilt thing comes over at you. One time, or a couple of times, I've told my girlfriend, yeah, go into my email and find this. If I can't get into it, or I call her up and go, yeah, go into my email and find this email. And even though I know there's nothing going on, I'm like, there's nothing in there that I'm going to have to explain or anything.
Yeah, you start thinking about it.
You just get the guilt thing. It's like I was talking about when you walk into a store and don't buy anything, and you go to leave, you got to hang out for a while.
You get the feeling like
guilt thing.
Right.
Well,
it's weird.
One of the things that women, how they bust most guys is exactly what you said. Like they'll be like, listen to this voicemail I got, and they'll punch in their code on their cell phone, and women record that stuff. They're just too smart, and the same with the email. But it is one of those things. Once you open the door, they kind of flood right in.
Yeah. Well, once you give them the codes or passwords or stuff like that, you could give it to them once. Go, yeah, could you check this message for me? And then they have it. Believe me, they're not going to forget it.
Yeah.
And if they ever want to look in your email after that, they can look. Yeah.
Got nothing to hide, nothing to worry about.
That's right.
Most men have something to hide, I think, though. Yeah.
Most, you think?
I think
really?
Most, yeah.
How come anyone you would ask would say no, they have nothing to hide?
Because they're hiding.
Someone's lying.
They're hiding it.
Because they're hiding.
Yeah. Someone's internet browser history reveals some things.
Oh, that's another thing. Internet browser history.
Well, yeah, you clear history quick. You should set it to clear history every time you sign on.
A lot of people are really stupid when it comes to browsing. They have no idea what's being stored up on their computer. As far as not even like porno pictures or anything like that, but just where you've been, what you've downloaded, all that is recorded.
For our next issue, actually, we bought 100 computers off of eBay and from.
Oh wow, that's great!
Donated them to charity, so we got 100 computers.
See what's on them?
Sent it to an FBI lab upstate, and they've been pulling all the information. For
that's hilarious!
I mean, we're getting pictures of the dirtiest pictures you can possibly imagine, text messages, affairs, forget the credit card information, all the money, all the stuff, but just stupid, cheesy emails, those, Dear Pookie, to someone they're cheating, I can't believe we're cheating, I want to hook, the Pat O'Brien voicemail.
What kind of ass would be, I can't believe we're cheating!
All the guilty stuff, but all this great information.
We're cheating, you're cheating, I'm cheating, we're just cheating!
People are so dumb.
And, have they reformatted those hard drives before they send them back?
Now, people are too... people don't... The average person doesn't know that. They put their crap on eBay, they sell it, it's gone. So
I pull the hard drive right out.
Yeah, we were talking about that recently. I mean, because it goes back to the whole guilt thing. You just wonder what is actually in. And I got a new computer recently. I left it out in the rain. I smashed it with the
old one?
Yeah, I smashed it with a sledgehammer. I did all sorts of stuff to it. Because you're like, what could possibly be in there that I don't know about?
I pull the hard drives out, and then you just drill holes in them, and it's done.
Do all sorts. You do whatever.
Magnetize it. Take a bulker for the old carts that the radio station used to use, and then you put a blowtorch to it, and then what you got to do is blow it up with some dynamite,
right?
And
get some tin snips.
We're gonna call all the people who left all the dirty emails and all the pictures and try to get them to comment.
That is a great bit.
So
that's pretty good.
We'll see what happens with it. There's something about computers and sex and cheating and goofy stuff that goes a long way.
Did you find any illegal shit like kitty porn, that type of stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can get somebody busted on?
That I'm not sure. I think everyone's doing something kind of shady at times, but we haven't gotten that far into it. And some of that stuff is just tough for us to print and sync. But if we find it, I'll send it over.
No, I don't want it. I'm saying if the FBI can get the people who had it.
I would imagine. I gotta imagine there's something on there that's going to get someone in trouble.
Computers have become early on, years and years ago, when they said that someday, everybody was going to have computers in their home, and you really couldn't place why you would need a computer in your house. People always said that we would have them, but there was no reason.
Yeah.
And then slowly, as we got computers, everyone got them in their house. You realize, emails and the availability of knowledge that's right there at your fingertips. If you had those questions about a movie that used to bug the shit out of you for days on end.
That's not why people buy their computers to begin with, though. Eventually you discover all that stuff. Yeah, people bought their computers at first just to get the smut into their homes.
Yeah. Smut.
Where you don't have to walk into some kind of peep show, freaking movie
It's under the guise
place.
first of business, because they showed up in the workplace first, replacing the typewriter word processor. You got the computer, and then realized what was available to you online. That was the whole thing. Once you connected the computers, then there was a reason for everybody to have them. But they've become such a part of who you are. It's no longer just like a machine. Each one is very personal and has pieces of your personality on them. Your emails, what you enjoy downloading, music, pictures.
You can learn
more.
So
now
about
you can learn. Right. That's exactly what I'm getting to. You can learn more about somebody from their computer than you could in the past by any other means.
Yeah.
You know.
It used to be the car, your clothes, your car, where you live. But now you can really tap into someone's
Now
brain.
you know exactly, and your information is there your hard information as far as credit cards and bank accounts and things like that. I mean, if your whole life is on these boxes, and when people throw it away, they don't realize, you're putting all this information, a part of who you are, is now being thrown out there on the street for anyone to just pick up or buy on eBay and write about in their magazine.
Yeah,
if you reformat, can they still get stuff off it?
I mean, I think the real, those like forensic file type geeks or the real good guys can get anything off it. Like, you think you're deleting all your stuff, but you're not. It's going somewhere in your machine. It's on there forever. I mean, I'm not a super computer geek, but that's really the way it is. I mean, it's like when you get an email, like the cheating thing, and you think it's something you don't want, so you delete it, and you're like, well, it's deleted. It's great. I go into me personally, I work for a company. I don't want them seeing what I have. I delete, and I go into my deleted file at least 5 times a day. Now, I'm not I'm not doing anything that critical, but people think once they hit delete, it's gone. But it's not.
No. What's your deleted file?
Well, once you delete an
I
email...
love that. When we have people like Tony in studio, Jim is always the one with a million questions.
What's the deleted file?
And he's not doing it for the listeners.
You ever delete your email, and then you actually have a folder that says deleted. And over time, maybe every week or something, it'll empty itself out, or you can empty it out yourself.
Okay.
It's like a safety, just in case you delete something and later you don't want to really have it deleted. You have a little bit of time.
in your mail thing.
Yeah.
I've got about that.
Yeah, okay.
But, whether it's sent or deleted, all that stuff, it's worth purging for some people every 5 minutes. For other people every day.
Every minute that you're online.
If I was married, I would be in big trouble.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's like you have these dirty emails or whatever. It's like you don't want your girl find them.
Yeah, I'm married, and I delete quite often.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything to it. I mean, I just don't want people to get... I'm not one of those paranoid freaks, but you get one of those emails from somebody where it's just jokey and flirty and gets misconstrued. I mean, I have a friend who lives on the West Coast. She sent me a few emails, and she was talking about her bikini wax. She just discovered it. She thought it was the greatest thing. Actually, I met her on my bachelor party. She was with like 5 of her friends. She sent this email. I joked, sent something back about giving her a spank. Harmless. She's on one coast. I'm on the other. But really, if you think about it, it's harmless. I'm never going to see the girl.
I bet your wife wouldn't think it's harmless.
By the way, I like the rehearsed speech he's giving us. He's gone over this in his head. Harmless. We're not going to see each other. West Coast, East Coast.
No, but really, and this guy, her husband, he went into her, she had her laptop open one day, was typing some emails, went for a run, and this guy blew his stack.
As well he fucking should.
But I didn't say anything. He was pissed at me. He's like, I'm going to investigate this. I'm going to call his wife. And
is this case still pending?
No, it's done. I finally said to her, have him call me. I don't give a shit. He can talk to my wife all day long, But,
did he call?
He didn't call, and I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I hear he's an extremely big guy. But, a harmless email, I mean, I wouldn't want...
Oh, where are you, sir? Oh, California? You fucking asshole.
I wouldn't want my wife talking about her bikini wax with some schmo across the country.
Of course.
Nothing happened. I mean, it's that simple. So I delete and delete.
I've had enough sexual emails where I can tell you it's very rare that you have a harmless flirt about a bikini wax and a spanking. Believe me, there's a hard-on and a little jacking going on. So, I never wrote, I'd give you a spanking thinking about a bald vagina. Yeah, I'd spank you. LOL. Just kidding around. I'm leaking clear stuff out of my socks.
That's good. But if you really, this is the foolproof way. If you really think someone's cheating, if it's your wife or something, there's some great spyware out there, and you hear about it all the time with some serious computer geeks. But I hired a new editor a couple months ago, and we loaded up his computer with spyware the day before he got there. And I could sit in my office across, like this, across my office, and I could just watch every keystroke he typed all day long. I mean, he was IMing, like, this is my new job, it's kind of crazy. Some of the guys are cool, some are dicks,
Wow.
But, we did it because we wrote about it. But he was, you can watch. It was better than porn. It was better than anything I've ever had to sit there and watch what someone else was doing.
It's funny you say that because when we got to XM, we all got laptops. I haven't touched mine yet.
Hell no.
I'm like, there's something going on with that laptop.
Yeah. But you have to be
we obviously get in a lot.
There.
Yeah, we get in a lot of trouble. Obviously, we've been fired twice from radio, and you never know when we're going to be fired again. And I'm thinking, no way am I going to use that laptop so they have something to use against me down the road.
You have to be in a network
first thing
for that, right?
Huh?
For his thing to work, you have to be tied into a network.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I mean. You just imagine the stuff the XM has come up with in the last few years, so I'm not taking anything for granted.
First thing I took when we got fired from NEW, what was the first thing I took
your
out
hard
of the studio?
drive, yeah.
My whole computer, just ripped it right out. It's like, I'm not going to have them going through that.
No, there's so much on there. I mean, you really have to. And if it's a company computer, that they're, they got all kinds of stuff. No one's telling you the truth. I mean, if I can put spyware on, your computer, then the guys who actually know what the fuck they're doing can do anything.
Would Spybot have caught what you put on his computer?
What's that?
Spybot. It's a great program, actually. Where you load it on, and it actually will go through your computer and look for all the spyware.
That looks for, advertising, spyware, and stuff
I use
like that.
adware. I use Spybot.
Spybot I love.
Yeah, that would work. But, most people can't figure it out. They're not going to know enough to put an anti-spyware thing on software on their computer. But I mean, you can have a field day with someone. I mean, that's what guys who think their wives are cheating on, that's what they do. They load up the family computer and see what she's been doing. It turns out she's been looking at recipes and guys with 12-inch penises.
You know what a lot of people are doing these days too? They're cruising around with their laptops and finding Wi-Fi hotspots around neighborhoods. Yeah. And if someone has an unsecured network in their house that's wireless, you can access whatever files that they have that aren't secured. So
everything.
You're getting passwords. You could get all kinds of information off the guy's computer just by cruising past his house with a laptop.
It's the same with Bluetooth phones.
Bluetooth is the same thing.
People hijack. There's a Paris Hilton bit every week. Something of hers has been hijacked. But
yeah.
It happens to regular schmoes. But when they do it to guys like me, they're not looking for dirty pictures. They're going to take your password or your mutual fund count, something like that.
Right.
Aren't the banks pretty good with that stuff, though? Like I've had credit card rip-off in Brazil, which is shocking, for such a healthy country to steal. And the credit card company's like, okay, don't worry about it. They gave me the money back. They didn't charge me.
Yeah,
for
they're fair about it. But there was one scam that was going around. It was Mutual or Washington Mutual, and someone would send out an email page to people, and it would say Washington Mutual, their typeface, their font, it looked great, and it would say type in this number, we got to secure your account, and you type in all your information, and it was someone in Russia, and it happened to one of my editors. He was out of his ATM account for like a week.
PayPal was doing that too, where they were sending these scam artists were sending out emails saying they were from PayPal, and you would hit the link, and it was a PayPal page, and it would tell you to re-enter your account information, which you would do, and they would get it, and they'd drain your account.
They're too crafty. You'll never catch them. You're going to get booted at some point.
I just go to PayPal.com if I want to go to PayPal.
Right. That's the common sense thing that a lot of people don't realize. He's friggin' stupid. I never understand who the morons are that get taken by this. They're constantly sending you things that say, we will never ask you for your password, for your username. We will never ask this. If you get an email, don't do it. It's as easy as that. You never put it, unless you're logging on to their site, you should never put your password anywhere. But these idiots, what they're asking me for, you kidding me?
Let's go to the phones. They have exploded. This guy found out his wife was cheating with his landlord, I guess. Spike, what's the story, man?
Yeah, I had a computer with my ex-wife, and then when we split up, she took the computer with her. She blew it up in a lightning storm a few months later, asked me if I wanted it back after it got repaired. So after it got repaired, I got it back, but they never blanked out the hard drive. I went through the message archives, and I found out she was banging the landlord downstairs.
Wow.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. We were already divorced by the time.
Split up. You
but it still has to hurt a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it was a little shocking to see that, let's go get a hotel, and I can't believe we're doing this. This is so much fun kind of crap.
Yeah.
I told you people say that stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
Spike.
All right, punch it out.
Just harmless flirting.
There's a bunch of them here.
You know what I mean? What am I going to do? What am I going to see? You know, she's on the second floor, I'm on the first floor.
Harmless flirting.
Let's go to New Mexico. Clint, what's up?
Hey, I bought some laptops off of eBay for my kids for Christmas one year.
Uh-huh.
One of them had the CD-ROM in there, so I thought I'm going to see what's on there. It has got some chick getting done by a Dalmatian dog. It's like one of the most disgusting, disturbing things I've ever seen.
Oh, the kids will love it.
Yeah, you better send that in to us so we can check it out.
Yeah.
No. I've had all kinds of people ask me, email that to us, dude, and I say, I am not sending that fucker anywhere that it can be traced back to me because I'm not sure if it's legal or not.
That ain't going to hurt. Just a dog banging a chick. It's all in good fun.
It's
good for both of them.
The chick's 18, but I'm not sure if the dog's 18.
That'd be funny if the dog's only 2. That's 14 in people years.
That's illegal.
All right, Clint. We got one more that's really funny, or could be. Phil in Jersey. What's up, Phil?
Hey, it's actually Bill.
Oh,
anyway,
Bill, sorry.
I do home installs for Dell. People buy a new computer. We go and hook it up for them. I was at a lady's house, handicapped lady, right? All she can use is one arm. And she's like, can you please take my computer? You know, take it with you. I'm like, all right, no problem. I get it back to my office, turn it on. Oh, my God. It's a paralyzed lady, one arm working. There's porn everywhere. It was freaking hilarious. Great.
That's funny. All right,
It took her an hour to masturbate because she has to click and then rubber clit and then go back and click.
Let's see. This guy fell for the PayPal scam. Sean in Massachusetts. What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm one of the fools that got nabbed by the PayPal scam.
Now, how did you fall for it?
I thought that it was legit. I was just looking at my emails. I saw the thing. I'm like, oh, well, this looks like it's something that I should do. And
don't you know, though, you're not supposed to put your information in? They will never send you something where you would have to do that?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. It was one of those things where you see it, you think you're doing the right thing, and it's like after you do it, you realize, oh, crap.
You're not in the process of helping get some money out of Nigeria, are you?
No.
Another one.
I didn't fall for that one. But, no, they got me. They got my bank account, my credit cards, everything. They tried to wipe me out. Fortunately, there wasn't that much in there to begin with, so I was okay.
All right.
Gotta watch.
Yeah, definitely. The phones are just nuts. By the way, we should reintroduce. We got Tony from InSync.
InSync?
Oh, my God, sorry. Jesus.
Sync Magazine?
Jesus, sorry, Tony.
Sync Magazine.
Tony Raimondo, Sync Magazine. America's
Sync
Gadget
Magazine.
Guide. Jesus, sorry.
Featuring that shirt.
I was just looking. Apparently, you can go to opieandanthony.com and see pictures of this very shirt I'm wearing today.
Does it look blue online?
I don't know if they've done something to the color. Looks a little more periwinkle online than it does to me live. No, it looks blue. It's blue, seafoam green, and peach.
Yeah, whatever.
And now anybody can look and see that is blue.
Let's go to Todd in Kansas City. Todd?
Yo.
Hey.
What's up, you guys? I love your show, man. I just want to say, when I got away my old computer, I did exactly what you did. Took out the motherboard and everything and smashed it.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, you got to. And also, I got those emails from PayPal saying, do that. All I do is delete them.
You're a smart fella.
I'll say. Very practical of you, sir.
All right, this guy does PC cleanups all the time. Fernando, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
I fix computers here, and I get computers every time. I got lucky a couple of times. I got this chick to take pictures for his boyfriends and everything. And you find their pictures showing the snatch and all that stuff. But the last week I got this dude that I was blowing himself, sending pictures to his boyfriend, and it was this gay dude. That was the most disgusting thing I ever seen, man. It's just the guy was picturing himself with his webcam or something, and the guy was blowing himself. And anyways, I just.
Dude,
yeah,
your job is like a gynecologist. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah,
that's true.
Pretty much, but you cannot imagine how many things you see. But in case you're interested, sometimes you can just get a program that you can just if you get a hard drive for somebody, you can just if somebody formats the
vote for Pedro.
Yeah,
you're from India.
I know my accent's horrible.
Yeah, are you from India or?
No, I'm Colombian, actually.
Oh, really?
Colombian.
All right.
Funny.
Yeah, I know.
He just,
I know.
as an instinct, when he leaves the house, he puts the hard drive in his ass.
No, but seriously, you can just get there.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Guapo Pedro.
Yeah. Tony, people are loving you on the show today. The phones have exploded.
Thanks for having us on.
What else you got in Sync Magazine? I see an iPod for underwater use.
What, just in case you want to take it into the shower? Is that it?
I think it's for the the snorkeling scuba type. It probably gets a little lonely down there.
Yes.
We got some of the best new phones.
Yeah, what's up with the new phones? Because my phone's a piece of crap, and you never know when to buy a new phone. Because I bought this thing, and then like 2 weeks later, the phone's exploded, had all this new stuff, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I just wait 2 weeks?
You know what? You can't. You'll never be able to.
Right.
If you're looking for it, it's on 114. But, the trick is just pick the phone that's right for you. Are you looking to take video, or are you looking to take pictures? Do you just want one with long battery life, or, do you want cheap? So what we do at Sync is kind of break it down. We do by style. If you just want to take pictures, which one you want to download, which ones are cheap. But
you know what? I just want to be able to take a phone call.
Then you should get.
I just want to take a phone call where my service doesn't crap out. That's all I want.
Pick up an old StarTAC.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need a phone that takes pictures because they don't have that figured out yet. We're getting there because now they have the flashes.
Camera
and stuff.
phones take some of the worst pictures.
They still take
I've
bad.
ever seen.
Yeah, pictures.
You know what the funny thing is? People are reformatting those old StarTACs because you could drop them from like 2 stories, they wouldn't break. The clarity, and so people.
I had a StarTAC. I loved it.
They're going back to them, but
old school.
Some people just want to load up everything they possibly can on it, but I use a Trio 650. It's like it's a geek phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not a tech guy. I'm from FHM and Rolling Stone and chicks. Like tech is not my specialty, but I use this thing. And it's I can get emails. My guys will go on a photo shoot. They'll send me pictures onto my phone. I can see it from. So for me, it's practical.
We all got Trios when
we
all got Trios when we walked in the door here at XM as well.
You don't use it,
and I love it for all the stuff you just said. But I gotta tell you, man, as far as a phone, it stinks. Unless the newer Trio is better. I don't know.
The 650 is fantastic.
650.
You probably had
the
a
phone
600.
is okay.
The camera was crap in the 600.
Yeah. But the other stuff is amazing. I mean, I'd be on a train or something, and I have to Google directions or whatever, just quick internet access for simple stuff. The picture thing, like you said, downloading articles about us.
But there are 2 phones in here. If like we're talking about bad pictures, but I mean they're getting up there now, like 2 megapixel phones. Like,
and they could make 5. You guarantee they can do it. They're just making us all buy the 2 first.
Absolutely.
Dump the warehouses.
Yeah, they're going to run you through the ringer. So phones are a hot thing. Every month we do a thing called Sexy 6. We take the 6 sexiest gadgets and we usually do something kind of dirty. This year it was our 1-year anniversary, so we silk screened the gadgets on the cake. And then 2 hot models came in and smeared it all over each other. That was worth the printed paper alone.
Of course.
We got some celebs. We did Kevin Dillon. We did the guy from the Fantastic
Where's Kevin
Four.
Dillon? I love him.
He's
see your fucking head come apart like that.
Yeah, fucking cake come apart.
Page 98.
Except maybe the Indy 500.
Yeah, nothing better than a good piece of pussy. Except maybe the Indy 500. Yeah, that was he's exactly the way he is on Entourage. It turns out, super cool guy. Most celebs are buttholes, but this guy was great. Yeah,
Tony, the other thing in Sync Magazine: 10 tricks for winning poker online every time.
Oh,
I'm talking to Anthony here, who loves the online poker.
I'm playing all the time.
Are you a junkie?
Love it, total junkie.
Yeah, he's into it. A lot of our listeners are doing the online poker these days.
Yep.
It's huge. We did another story on.
I thought it was interesting, really quick, and I never thought this, but a lot of people like playing the online poker, and I guess it's obvious now that I read it. But you say in your magazine, always hit the tables on Friday nights.
Yep.
Because people are coming home from happy hour or whatever, or out in the bar and thinking, I can win some money right now. And
absolutely.
That's what I said the same thing. I go when they're drunk on the nights when they're you'd have more drunk people playing. Yeah. You win a lot more.
Well,
people take more
loaded.
chances.
It's payday, so they're feeling every other week. They're getting paid.
Yep.
They're feeling really rich. If you walk on there on a Friday night with a bunch of drunk people and put your screen name on as if you were a chick, you'll clean house. They'll think you're some dumb broad, and you can really rack it up. I mean, we got these tips from real pros, and whether if you know what you're doing or not, if you follow these 10 tips, you won't get cleaned out. But I think the big problem for people is they never fold. They just keep riding out their hand.
Fold. I fold 90% of my hands.
Yeah,
you got it.
Boring as
it's
shit.
Boring. You just go click. You got to do something else while you're playing.
Yeah.
If you can, do 2 things at once. So usually, if I'm laying in bed, watch a little TV, got the computer on, boink, boink, fold. Oh, that's a good hand. I'll play that one, and then you concentrate on the game.
Yeah, the more people I talk to about this online poker that are successful, they say exactly that, Anthony. You got to fold a lot.
You're folding a lot. These idiots that just stay in the hand.
Yeah.
It's like they fall in love with these bad hands.
I mean, online poker, I think, is a little different. You're doing your Thursday night game with your buddies, drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guy who folds all, when you're playing for nickels, that pisses off a crew. But this is,
well, that's it too. If you're playing for nickels, you're not going to fold a hand that might end up being something.
Right.
You're not going to chase a straight down if you got to put $100 up for the next bet. You're going to fold it and go, I'll wait for the next hand.
Yeah.
If it's going to cost you a nickel to see the river card and see if you made your straight, then you're gonna stay in the hand.
Yeah. Do you win a lot?
Yeah, I do pretty
He's
good.
still up in it?
Yeah.
I'm still. We haven't asked him in a while. I mean, he was up like $1,200 or something.
I deposited like $250 in the account when I started, and I've been playing with that. I go up to. I've never cracked $1,500, but I've gone up to $1,400, down to where I had like $45 left, and you got to hit the $10 rooms so you can build up enough to play a $50 hand. And
it's an awesome invention. I mean, if you're not losing
gambling at home, it's great.
I mean, if you're not losing the baby's milk money, you're great. I mean, it's hours entertainment, better than porn.
No, I don't even know if you would know the real answers to this, but do you think there's like cheat codes and all that crap as far as online poker go?
We talked about it before, and they swear that they're valid. I mean, granted, they're in Costa Rica or on some island. You're never going to know. But, I mean, if he's up to $1,500 and down, I mean, they can't clean everyone out.
Well, it's kind of like, playing the slot machines. You got to allow some people to win, or the thing
they won't come back.
Would go away.
I mean, I do think there's people out there who can tap in. There's super geeks, computer geeks who can probably tap in and see what everyone's doing or what everyone has. But that guy can figure out better ways to take your money. I mean, when you're playing for a $40 hand, it's not gonna, they're not gonna make enough off you.
I think that some of the personalities are just computer generated, and they're gonna win anyway. Like, I think if you're 6 people, 2 of you are actually part of the company. And I'm Frank from Delaware, so he'll win, and this one will win, that one. You're never going to know because you're never facing each other. So I think the computer company.
Yeah, that's why I'm suspicious. But you gotta let people win, or like I said, the thing wouldn't be.
I mean, it's entertainment.
As popular. And beware of the flirting girl.
Yep. Because it's one of it could be one of us on as a girl, and it's not. And you get some drunk guy. It's just like a chat room. You search a great hand. Where are you from? Let's hook up.
And it's just some fat dude from Long Island.
You won't take her as seriously as you would take a male player.
Yeah.
Right.
And if she's talking to you, maybe you're not going to really push her hard to put her money all in and things like that. Yeah, right. I've seen it happen.
It's not those.
I don't. Everyone at the table is a guy. I don't look at the icons sitting there and go, "Well, that must be a nice blonde sitting there."
Absolutely.
No, it's Bob.
Yeah. Whoever it is not one of those TV poker, the hot chick TV poker
No.
player. It's some slob or some fat chick who doesn't know how to play.
This guy is freaking out. Let's go to Frank in Pennsylvania. Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just a little leery about these online pokers because they're all based in the Caribbean. It's illegal in the United States. What happens when you go to cash out? Do you get your money or what?
Yeah, people have gotten their money. I've never heard anybody say that they were fucked with the online poker because they tried to get their money and it was hell. These guys, why would they blow something? They are making so much money running a legitimate poker site. Why are they going to blow it and ruin their credibility and have everyone pull out by trying to screw people over for a few bucks? They are raking in money. There are thousands upon thousands of people playing that they're getting a cut of the pots that are being raked and the entry fee. You go into the $10 room, it costs you $11. Where do you think that dollar goes? You go into the $20 room, it's $2. The $50 room, it's $5 entry fee that you got to pay up to the house.
Yeah,
they're making a lot of money. Never use the auto button. Yeah, that kind of tips people off as to what you have. If you hit, you're waiting for your turn to bet to come around, and you hit, bet automatically, bet the big blind. If all of a sudden the bet comes around to you and click goes right to the next guy, people know you got something. You're betting.
Yeah.
You wait. I've done that. I've had really good hands, and I've just stalled and delayed and wait like I'm really thinking it over.
Yeah. I mean, you watch those guys on TV, and they drive you crazy because the kid's flipping his chips, he's picking his nose.
He knows what he's doing right away.
And he's hooking the guy.
Yep.
It's the same online. It shouldn't be any different.
Yep. That's how it works.
Very good. Let's go to the phones again. Jason in Texas. Jason.
Actually, this is James.
Sorry. Someone can't hear today over there. All right, James.
I was going to call about these bogus emails, man. I got one a few weeks back that used the FBI typeface, even the FBI logo at the top. And in the course of the email, it said that a complaint had been logged against me with the Internet Security Commission or something. And it really started freaking me out. I started thinking, what the hell have I sent people? Well, the way I caught it was at the bottom there was a misspelled word. But I went ahead and followed the link, man, and there was a whole fucking page from name, address, email accounts to social security number, driver's license. I mean, it was really well put together. If I hadn't have seen the misspelled word, I would have been, I wouldn't have filled it out. But,
what was the word?
I don't remember. It was like believe or something. They had got two letters mixed up.
Yeah, they can never quite type, those guys.
If they hadn't misspelled, man, they could have really. I think they could have really taken some people. But what was funny, I don't know if anything ever happened, but I just forwarded the email to the real FBI.
Yeah. All right.
Jeff Sampson from North Carolina said he downloaded the photos of my shirt and ran them through a web color analyzer. The closest named colors to this are either cornflower blue or aqua, both of which are pretty gay. That's what he said. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
Real
cornflower
go-getter.
blue.
Cornflower blue.
That is funny. Well, the picture's up. No worries, though. Ant will never wear the shirt again.
Yeah.
Not because he's embarrassed. He doesn't wear anything twice. This Nigerian scam, Bambino in Cleveland. Go ahead.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Talking about the 419 Nigerian fraud thing, there's actually a guy who has a website where he engages in conversations with these guys and documents it. He calls himself David Lee Roth and sends pictures of David Lee Roth and tells them that he'll meet them in Nigeria to hand over the money personally and stuff.
It's pretty funny. He actually carries on a email conversation with these people, and then he says, hey, I'm a little leery about this. People have been telling me things that maybe it's not legit. I really need pictures of you.
Oh, yeah.
And so they sent a picture that was actually a scanned picture from a newspaper of some black guy. And he's like, okay, well, thank you for sending your picture. I'm ready to send the information I need. Here's my picture. Yeah, and it's like David Lee Roth. And the guy's just jerking around, made a whole site.
Messenger for you guys, and he also documents other people who have taken up the fight as well at the bottom of his page. So
I've replied to the guys a few times where I've carried on and gone back and forth like 5 times before I just send a racial epithet-laden email back.
I want to.
It's horrible.
It's always fun.
I want to talk to one person that has fallen for this stupid Nigerian.
And there are
scam.
people.
Obviously, or
I read one from some. It was a guy whose father was taken by this whole thing of like everything, and it was how he actually went to Nigeria. The father ended up going to Nigeria and trying to get his money back, and got into some big trouble. Almost got killed.
I'm going to punch out before I say something.
Lost
stupid,
everything.
guys.
Did he get his money back?
No, of course not.
Here's if my father actually did that, I would go to his house. It was at the end of Cuckoo's Nest. I'd put a pillow on his face and I'd murder him.
You dope,
dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know
my inheritance gone.
How they fall for those things.
Yeah.
Anything that's happening out of the ordinary of your daily existence,
No one
you
gets-
have to look at like it's something. Remember what the ride-along I went on with Keith the Cop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went on a ride-along. We pull up to this house. They get a call for a scam. An old woman was taken. Turns out this 2 women came to her door and said that they were selling this material. What they did was they found out who the neighbor next door was and said, oh, Margaret from next door, we just showed her. She loves this material that we're selling and thought you would love this. Now, meanwhile, it's a great scam because you're thinking, the old lady's thinking, I can't send her away or Margaret's going to be pissed. She went through the trouble of sending them over to my house. So she invites him in. What this woman would do is take this big bolt of material and open it up in front of the woman. As she's hiding her friend is now ransacking the house, going through her purse, her bedroom, and she's like, look at this beautiful material, like holding up a sheet. Don't look behind this. And rip this woman off. Anytime anything out of the ordinary happens to you in your daily existence, look twice at it. It's probably nothing, but you have to be on the guard like that. And I call it paranoia, but I'm not fucking getting taken.
Life is never that easy where someone's just going to hand you something that easy.
No.
Brad in Cleveland,
$1 million U.S.
Right.
It always says that. Well, your cut would be $12 million U.S. dollars. Oh, the U.S. dollar. I got to get on that.
Let's go to Brad in Cleveland. Brad.
Hey, buddies, how you doing?
All right.
I engage in conversation with these guys from Nigeria for about 2 weeks, and I pretend I'm like an 80-year-old Japanese guy that speaks very good English, and I don't put any L's. I always replace them with the R's.
In the emails, even typing. That's kind of funny.
And I talk very, very, bad English in there. And but at the end of the 2 weeks or whatever, because I keep like 3 or 4 of these going, I send them the picture from tubgirl.com.
Tub girl?
The girl shitting on herself?
Yeah.
That is one of the grossest pictures ever.
One time I got a response from the guy, and he goes, God sees you with these pictures. And I'm thinking, you fucking asshole.
God sees you.
Now, wait a minute. The guy who tried to go to Nigeria, are they actually from Nigeria?
Oh God!
Let me see.
Damn it! You've never seen tubgirl.com?
Oh, another good one.
That is one of the most classic pictures. That
have you never seen Tub Girl? It's hot.
That's right up there with the horse gag video and everything else.
Oh my God!
You've never seen Tub Girl?
That is so heinous.
That's like that's a I don't know.
Jimmy would like lemonparty.org probably.
Lemonparty.org.
That's a good one.
That is a fountain of liquid crap arcing up out of her ass and flying back, direct hit into her face.
And they pixelate out her vag. Like, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's what they got to do over there.
Japanese,
Japan, they got to pixelate out the vag.
The pubic hair, I think.
Yeah, the pubic hair, because some kind of... What's the problem with pubic hair?
No, I don't know.
Very dishonorable. You can shit in the face, but don't show a pubic hair.
Who's this guy that went to Nigeria? Were the people really in Nigeria that sent this? Like, I want to know about this guy.
Yeah, they're Nigerian. They're from Nigeria. That's like the scam capital of the world is Nigeria. All kinds of scams come out of Nigeria for some reason.
So why would you go there? How would you meet them? Does anybody know any more about this?
They set up flights. They set up to meet you at hotels and get your... Sometimes they hold you hostage. I've heard those stories. I don't know how true they are, especially with Americans. I know, like, Russians, things like that. And you don't know how much to believe. But, yeah, it's like a big scam capital. And it's this dream of all this money that they're offering you from this, business deal. And the government's trying to take the money from them, so they got to get it out of the country quickly. And could we please deposit it in your account? And we will give you 10%, which amounts to $25 million, if you just let us use your bank account. And some of them are, they take your bank account, but other ones are, we don't even need your bank account. Just send us money because we need funds in order to make this transaction. We have to bribe certain officials to get this over, so please send us some cash. And then it'll always be, we're almost there. I hate to do this, but we just need another, like, $5,000. The money is almost there. And they send you, like, documentation of checks and, business partners and actual letters from lawyers, things like that, to really get you going.
Anyone that would fall for this,
you should be executed. Yeah, you deserve to be wiped out. Wiped out.
All right, let's go to Keith the cop, who was on that ride along with Anthony. Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How you been, officer?
I'm doing well.
Sergeant.
Yeah, that was one of those scams, the one that Anthony was talking about. Another big one, and they do this all over the city, is where you're walking down the street and one person will say, you dropped something, and, well, they really have something that you dropped, not like Jimmy does. But, and they'll come up and they'll go, and you'll say, that's not mine, and then they'll have a third person step up and go, well, what's in it, like a bag or something, and they'll open it up and they'll have, like, a huge wad of cash, and it'll be, let's say, $50,000, and they'll say, we should split this, and they go, well, we can't just split it because it could be, stolen from a bank, so I have a friend that's going to wash the money. So what they'll tell the person is, you give us $5,000 out of your bank account, and then I'll go into my friend in the bank, and he'll wash this, and we'll give you $25,000. And these morons go to the bank and give these people $5,000.
And they get nothing.
To the point where one time the girl couldn't get the money out of the bank. My partner and I happened to see the scam happen on the street. Girl goes with them to the bank, gives them $1,000. They go back to her apartment. They go get something to eat. They go to the movies. They come back. And we sat there the whole time. They were going to spend the whole night in this girl's house because this chick really thought she was getting $25,000. We ended up going to the house, and there's these two girls sitting on the couch eating McDonald's, and we went into the bag, and it was 100 on one side, 100 on the other side, and it was just all newspaper in the middle.
Wow.
But we closed out like 80 cases. So I mean, you think about how many people are just suckers for that shit. It's like, it's amazing.
You hear about this one scam? It's really awful. It's when a girl gets in your car and you pay her money for oral sex, and it turns out that it's not a girl. Have you heard that one?
You know what? I have heard that one.
Yeah, it's pretty awful to fall for that 5 or 6 times.
And I mean, being that you used to live towards the Midtown area, have you ever had the one where they tell you, "Oh yeah, just give me $100," and she's up on the 4th floor? Have you gone upstairs for that one?
Actually, no. What is that?
That was, like...
I almost had that, by the way, with a guy tried to rob me going for an escort probably about 6 months ago, not even.
Yeah, it's another. They do like a lot of the tourists and stuff like that. They'll hang out by the peep shows, and they'll have pictures of hot chicks, and like pimp-looking guys. And they'll go up and say, "Listen, give me $100. She's in this hotel room on the 4th floor." And guys are drunk or whatever. They give the guy $100. They go up to the 4th floor. There's not even a room there.
I had one guy. I was going for this girl a few months ago, and there's a guy who was bugging her, but he's outside her door, and he's like, "Well, I'm with her. You got to pay me." And I was like, it didn't seem right. So I'm like, you never know. Some of these whores are paranoid. But and then I called her, and he's like, "Oh, it's just going to ring on my cell phone when she called." He was so good that I was like, maybe he's... I knew it was bullshit, so I left.
Yeah.
And then I called her from downstairs. She's like, "He's not with me."
Yeah, that's the same thing. They do that, too.
I wish you were there. I would have... You could have helped me.
We had a limo driver once years ago when I was playing in a band, and we were playing in the city, so we all got a limo and came in and played the gig. We're walking back out, and some black guy comes up with this box with a picture of, like, camcorder on it, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I just got this. It's hot. $100, and it's yours." And the limo driver's like, "Whoa, $100! I'll take it. Like people are clamoring over this thing. And he gives the guy $100 and takes it. Takes the box. Of course, the black guy just runs off. And this box was wrapped in really heavy, thick shrink wrap that you couldn't really cut through. You needed some kind of knife or scissors. And then we noticed the pictures of the camcorders that are on the box were cut out from a flyer from The Wiz, and they were just placed on the box to make it look like a camcorder and wrapped real thick shrink wrap so you couldn't open it right there. And you fell for it. Inside was a brick. There was a brick and some newspaper.
That's probably not worth $100, man.
I don't think so.
Oh, we lost Keith. Okay.
Some guy just sent me every nude picture of Phoebe Cates from movies. Every single one. I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, come in and say hi to us. Let's say hi to Mark. Mark, what's up?
Clutch. Thank you.
Hey, fellas, I think about 5 minutes ago, Opie or Anthony said that they'll never get taken.
Yeah.
Got words for you. The Citadel.
Citadel
CDL stock.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Yeah, you're right. We would have had better luck having a conversation with a Nigerian. Anyway, anything else there, Tony, from Sync Magazine?
Have them pick it. People just need to pick it up, take a look for themselves.
Yeah, I'm really getting into the magazine, definitely.
It's come along. It's taken us about a year to get it really up and running and up to speed, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's selling well. It's cool. Mixed
Love
gadgets, girls.
Love the gadgets.
All right. This would be a good place to talk about GameFly.com, Anthony. Oh! We love GameFly.com. Actually, in Sync Magazine,
games.
you do the game reviews, too.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with reviewing the new games that come out.
We're covering GameFly actually next month. It's good.
Are
stuff.
you really?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's a great service. Basically, you rent games online, and then you try them out, and you don't have to waste money on really bad games.
Right. Try them out. GameFly.com. You're able to have 2 games out at a time. Games you can keep them as long as you want without any late fees. And if you really like the game, just click the Keep It in your game queue, and you'll get the mint condition box and the manual delivered to you, all at a great member discount. Go to GameFly.com/XM to get signed up. It only costs $21.95 a month, and you could start with the free 2-week trial. No commitments. You cancel anytime you want. Start playing all those latest releases, all the games you wanted to play with GameFly.com. Over 2,500 titles to choose from. They got Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube, all the platforms that you have at your home. 2 games at a time. No shipping charges either way also. You keep the games as long as you want. Again, no late fees. All the games you want at GameFly.com. That's GameFly.com.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. I want to thank Tony once again from Sync Magazine. Pick that up. It's a great magazine. And we'd like to have you back soon, all right, bro?
Anytime. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll continue in just a bit.
It is a natural impulse to grab and squeeze the breasts. No shit.
It's real soft. Almost like pudding.
Yes. A hard piece of ass.
Quite a handful. Yeah.
The nipples are so sensitive that a mere tweak between finger and thumb will give a perfectly good result. The Opie and Anthony Show.
In case you didn't know.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double time.
We have confirmation. Confirmation. This just in, off the AP wire. Can't do that sound, but Anthony is indeed wearing a periwinkle shirt.
Yes, it is periwinkle. My girlfriend just emailed me and said, yes, it is periwinkle. So, right from the source.
You know, after that last guy, though, saying that it could be...
I'm wearing a periwinkle shirt.
You certainly are.
Take it off. You got a T-shirt underneath.
No, that's nice. Leave it. That looks good on you.
Periwinkle.
Yeah. But I think it's better than what the last listener came up with.
Cornflower blue.
Cornflake blue or
cornflake blue.
Cornflower blue.
He needed the money.
I liked it on you. It actually brings out the load in your eye.
You clever fuck. Damn it.
Rob?
Periwinkle.
What's going on?
Periwinkle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Dibble.
Rob.
Right off the bat, I mean, we talk to Rob from time to time. I want to apologize, Rob, but you're talking to Anthony today, and he's wearing a periwinkle collared shirt with...
Seafoam green?
No, lime green and pink stripes.
I'm not even going to argue the color anymore.
And I got to tell you, if he was on the golf course, he would almost get away with it. But he's trying to do a shock jock radio show.
I'm a shock jock in periwinkle.
Yeah, you really look shocking.
Oh,
well. Yes, even Rob is disgusted. He barely knows us. Ugh. Why? Hey, a lot going on in baseball there, Rob.
Yeah.
I am so...
not even halfway through the season, and it's been nothing but drama the entire year.
Well, what I love is that my Mets are they keep just trucking along.
Pedro, what a likable team the Mets are this year.
Pedro with another big win last night, 12 strikeouts, and all the talk here in New York is that Joe Torre's going to be fired any day.
No hitter up to what, the 7th?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Pedro, what is he, 7-1 now?
7-1.
Yeah,
what
Pedro's
an addition.
Outstanding. He's worth the price of admission.
There is somebody that was paid good money to come to a team and is actually performing above what they expected. That's fantastic. Yes. Now,
and on the other side of town, those guys were paid an awful lot of money and aren't producing.
The New York Yankees.
You know, proving that the manager's just a waste of time. Because now all of a sudden...
I doubt that Joe Torre would get fired, but if they do, it'd be just another ridiculous step in their history. I mean, here's a guy who brings you 4 world championships in 5 years back in the 90s and going into 2000. And their pitching sucks. Mm-hmm. And it's a question of you bring in guys that Carl Pavano was a below 500 pitcher. Jarrett Wright had won 6 games over 7 years before he won 15 with the Braves last year, and you pay him over $20 million. I mean, what are you thinking?
Well, Brian Cashman should be just shot. Why do you let guys like Nick Johnson go, who's this great young first baseman? They're getting rid of all the young talent, and they're bringing in these old pitchers, the same shit they did in the 80s. And it seems like when George was out of baseball and Gene Michael was running the team, that's when they allowed Rivera and Pettit and Bernie and all these guys to develop.
Well, I'll tell you, Nick Johnson, this is his first year he's ever really done anything. But he's always hurt with the Yankees. Always had the wrist problems, always on the disabled list. He was on the disabled list in the minor leagues. Not many guys go on the disabled list in the minor leagues. So, that I could see when they traded him up to Montreal.
I had
no problem with that. But it's some of the other things that they've done.
I mean, did you need Alex Rodriguez? I don't think the Yankees needed him. I love what Alfonso Soriano does for you, especially up the middle. And the Yankees have not had a good second baseman since Soriano left.
Do you think he was a good second? And I'm a big believer in the young talent, but I always felt it was kind of like a bat for a bat, and you argue really taking one of the best players in baseball. Soriano was really never a great fielder. I mean, I think he was like an average fielder at best.
Yes, but the thing that Soriano brings you, he brings you some speed. He brings you that young enthusiasm, trying to make it work. And then I think the worst thing that the Yankees did was let Miguel Cairo go. Cairo was a great second baseman last year. He played well in the field, and he's one of those grinders. And the thing, the show that I do with Kevin Kennedy every day, and Kevin's managed in the major leagues with Texas and Boston. He's won. And we talked to David Eckstein yesterday. You don't win without David Ecksteins on your team. You need the little grinders. You need the little hustlers. You need guys like that. The Yankees don't have any of that.
Right.
They have a bunch of huge all-star guys on their team, but they don't have one guy that can grind it out on a daily basis. And I think that motivates the big guys. When you see a guy, Barry Bonds referenced Eckstein years ago when they were in the World Series against each other and said, "This is my favorite player in the major leagues." When Barry Bonds says that David Eckstein is his favorite player in the major leagues, what does that tell you? That a guy who's 5'7", 165 pounds, and grinds it out every day, could barely reach first base in the air from shortstop. That's the type of player that guys can't believe are playing in the major leagues and are successful. And if you look at Eckstein on the St. Louis Cardinals, he's way better than Edgar Renteria with the Red Sox. So, and Tony La Russa loves having that guy. So that's the thing I think the Yankees are missing in that clubhouse. They don't have a guy that breaks up the monotony like a David Wells. They don't have a little grinder that goes out there and plays his ass off every night. And, Sheffield's great. A-Rod's great. Jeter's great. Those guys are great all-star players. But where's the nice little grinder that's going to dive to first base to try to beat out an infielder?
Yeah, you need that ugly player. I mean, these guys are all pretty boys, and they're too busy getting pussy.
Well, you got guys getting therapy. You got other guys who are making.
They can't handle all this tail in New York City. You walk around, especially this time of year, it's ridiculous out there.
Mike Mussina's never won anything. He's making $19 million a year. Why do I need Mike Mussina on my team?
That whole front office, their baseball decision-making has stunk. Everything they did. And look, Showalter, to me, was a typical over-manager when he was with the Yankees. Lefty. Wade Boggs wouldn't face a lefty all year until he faced Randy Johnson in the playoffs. So he'd always play like, Randy Velarde at third when it was a lefty pitching. So he over-managed, but he was great with young talent, and he had a great eye for young talent. And it just, to me, they completely lack that now, and they stink. And Giambi is a bum, and he never won anything when he was with Oakland.
Oh, yeah, and then you look at Brad Halsey that they traded to get Randy Johnson, a guy who's at the end of his career, and I don't think he's really even motivated to be pitching in New York, to tell you the truth. I think he's just kind of got on cruise control. And, Halsey's going to tear it up for many years.
Right, so getting back to...
You can't give away all your young talent because then teams are like, go ahead, throw those 40-year-olds out there. I don't think there's anybody that intimidates other players anymore on that Yankees pitching staff.
Well, the Yankees are heading into some lean years now. In the New York papers, Steinbrenner, because you said you don't think Torrey's going to get fired, but Steinbrenner in the papers today hinting that he's looking for someone maybe more like Billy Martin.
Yeah.
That came up today.
Oh, well, geez. Poor Billy Martin's dead. So that will come out.
But someone that is, I guess all of a sudden George Steinbrenner doesn't like Joe Torre's laid-back style.
He's an ass. Steinbrenner's an ass.
Well, the thing about Joe Torre is he's always kept those guys' egos out of the clubhouse. And I think, you know what, maybe it's time to let some of them come back in. Maybe it's time, Giambi needs to just blow up and explode on people. I mean, I'm very good friends with him. He's a great guy, but he's been Mr. Nice Guy since he's been in New York.
Thank God I didn't say what I was about to say.
Let these guys run rampant. Let them wear beards. Let them grow their hair long. Let them do whatever they want to do so they don't need to go to therapy.
Very good.
Well, it's funny, man. A buddy of mine and I were discussing baseball, and he was saying that one of the major problems is like with free agency, a whole loyalty factor is going to be tested because when somebody's a free agent, it's automatically different because of like the timing and stuff.
Yeah, that's true to some extent, but it wouldn't matter whatever team I played on or whatever team some guy came from and came onto my team. I mean, once you get those 25 guys leave spring training, they're my boys. That's my family. And you're loyal to the name on the front. You don't worry about the name on the back. And there's so much money being thrown around out there. I mean, it's hard not to be motivated. And people say, well, how can the Yankees be getting beat? Because they are the Yankees. Everybody hates the Yankees. Everybody knows their payroll. Everybody knows that they're one of the best franchises in the history of sport. So when they come to your town, you want to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, you're ready for them when they hit.
There's not enough guys that were brought up through the Yankees organization that understand that have to defend the name on the front of that jersey. Okay, they walk in the Yankee clubhouse, say, I'm a Yankee, but are you really a Yankee?
Yeah, I mean, you're playing 162 games a year. There's some games you're going to slack a little bit, maybe go out for a happy hour the night before, a couple beers, but Yankees come to town, you're getting to bed early and taking your vitamins.
Exactly.
Hey, you mentioned Barry Bonds in there. What's up with Bonds? I was reading a couple things about him over the weekend, and pretty much no one can get in touch with him, or he's really not keeping in touch with the team that much.
No, the only way they can get in touch with him is on his website. And, I talked about this probably about a month ago, is that's a problem for the team, that if they don't have control of Barry Bonds, and they've given him so much latitude to go out there and do whatever he wants. He's back with Greg Anderson, his personal trainer, that's under federal indictment for all the steroid and all the other accusations. I mean, he even Major League Baseball said, hey, you don't need to be hanging around with that guy. Barry's doing whatever Barry wants to do. I still don't see this guy playing more than a month to 2 months this year if he wants to play. I think what he's doing is he's hiding. He's got an alleged girlfriend writing a book about him. He could still be prosecuted for perjury if they figure out that he lied to the grand jury. If this girl comes out and corroborates her story and says, listen, he told me he used steroids and he said all this other stuff, he could be in big trouble. So I think he's just laying low.
Do you think
he doesn't need to come back until next year if he's 100%?
You think he's going to be able to set the home run record at this point?
Oh, I definitely think he could set the home run record.
I mean, he's running out of years, though.
Issue in his life.
Yeah.
I think keeping his marriage intact and staying out of jail right now is a bigger thing. Plus, he's got tax evasion charges that are probably going to come up against him.
When it's all said and done, though, it's more important to hit 756 homers than be married.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to remember you for.
Mariano Rivera, obviously, I'm a Yankee fan. Not the same effect he used to have. I think a lot of it's age. People catch up to you. But also, I feel he was kind of overused in the last couple of years. And I love Joe Torre. I just disagreed the way he would always bring him in the 8th inning with 1 out. And I think because their middle relief kind of blew for the last couple of years, that kind of shortened Rivera's effectiveness as far as their career goes.
Yeah, and he didn't throw this offseason also. So it was kind of an experiment that he was trying on his own. I don't even know if the Yankees knew that he wasn't going to work out this offseason and throw. So he came to spring training not having picked up a ball since last year.
Oh, wow.
Let's just acknowledge.
I've never heard of that, but, for Mariano, how can you argue with the results he's had in his career? So if he thought it would work, then more power to him.
Let's all just acknowledge the Yankees stink this year.
I'm a Yankee fan,
and I couldn't be
hate
happier.
them.
I could not be happier. The Rocket, is he coming to the Yankees?
I hope he doesn't come to the Yankees. I would love to see him go to the Baltimore Orioles.
You think he's definitely going to move on?
I think so, because you know what? You could rent Roger Clemens for a couple of months, and then he could go back to the Houston Astros at the end of this year.
You think he's going to
would be rosy. I still think, though, you might see him in a Texas uniform because Hicks and the owner of the Houston Astros are best buddies.
You think he's going to pitch next year?
Oh, yeah, I definitely think he's going to pitch next year.
What is he going to be?
Because he may not win that many games with the Astros. Here's a guy who can win 350 career games.
Right.
And so now you have your 7 Cy Youngs, your 2 World Championships. You don't need anything more as far as that stuff goes. But as far as for all time, you would love to be remembered as one of the winningest pitchers of all time. Right. So I think now, hey, at this point he's 42 years old. He's still one of the best pitchers in baseball. Why not play one more year?
I've been following his stats this year. It's amazing. The guy should be undefeated. He should be like 8-0. I mean, they're not hitting for the guy. He's not lost, but no decisions in a bunch of games where he gave up one lousy run.
Times they've been shut out when he pitched.
His record is only, I think, 3-1 or 4-1. He should be at least 7-0, 8-0 easily if he had a team that was hitting just a little bit for him.
I agree.
Unbelievable at 42 years old.
The team is just in shambles. But that shows you an old team.
Right.
The Astros were old, and before Jeff Kent and Beltran moved on.
Right.
And then those 2 offensive juggernauts move on.
Well,
Bagwell just got surgery on his shoulder yesterday, And you know what? They don't have anything left in the tank. I think that's a team that ran on empty for a few years.
Well, his whole excuse going back to Houston was so he could pitch in front of his family and be around for his sons and stuff, and he didn't have to go on the road with the team, right?
Yeah, well, he does go on the road sometimes, but whenever like one of his kids have a game, or whenever he wants to leave and go and see one of his kids doing something, he has that in his contract.
How do you feel about that? I mean, because that's a new thing.
I have no problem. Yeah. You know what? If he's the best pitcher on my staff, and the only way we can keep him is to keep him happy. Nolan Ryan did that for about the last 5 years of his career.
Oh, he did. I thought this was more of a new thing.
He went back to his ranch when the team went on the road.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, what a waste of time to have some of these big time pitchers on the road sleeping in hotel rooms when they're not even going to be used that whole series.
And he may be in better shape because you know what? When you go on the road, all you do is go drinking and do bad stuff.
Well, yeah.
So you could probably get in more trouble. So it's probably that he goes home with the wife and kids.
Yeah, you got to hang out with your mistresses and stuff.
Hey, Rob, the big question around town lately has been Louis Soho, first ballot Hall of Famer or no?
Louis Soho, he's on my first ballot.
Hey, someone has a question for Rob Dibble. Let's go to John in New York City. John, what's up?
What's up, boys? Dibble, I got a question for you. You got to tell the boys about the story about the tattoo on your ass.
Yeah, about Ichiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost a bet in 2001, and...
Rob, honestly, I don't know what the bet's about. Could you help us out?
It was about I never thought the guy would hit 300 or be any good in the major leagues, and the guy not only won the batting crown that year, hit 350, led all the All-Star votes. So I ended up getting his name tattooed in Japanese on my ass.
Oh, very nice.
Did you also have to run around Times Square in a diaper or something like that?
I ran around Times Square in a thong. Yes, I did.
In a thong. Disturbing.
It was very disturbing. The pictures were just awful.
Isn't it amazing, too, when you look at like a guy like back to Clemens, what 350 would be considered an amazing career, as great as he is, and yet, Cy Young won 511 games.
Yeah, and Cy Young completed about 400 games.
Yeah, they also
it was just ridiculous.
They just pitched.
Know what, back in that era. First of all, you didn't have relievers,
yeah.
And you face there's like 8 teams in the league. So I mean,
so you got them figured out.
Those guys, I think he started like every other game for the team.
Yeah, I mean these guys, the rotation's a lot different in recent years too. I mean it's tough to get a 20-game winner nowadays. When we were growing up, when we first all got into baseball, there were a lot of 20-game winners because they pitched a lot more.
They pitched double headers. These guys sometimes both games with a double header. It was amazing.
Well, look at Bob Gibson's career. Bob Gibson was a guy. He'd start 35 times a year. He'd complete 30 games a year.
Amazing. And now
those guys knew because they were raised from Little League on up that there would be no help. There'd be no bullpen. And now we've got so many specialists out there, and which is not true. There's not that many great relievers in the game. But most teams think I need the lefty in the bullpen. I need the righty in the bullpen. I need the closer. The Mets went out and they got Danny Graves. The Mets have one of the better bullpens in baseball. What do you need Danny Graves for? You already have a guy, Roberto Hernandez, who has over 300 saves setting up Braden Looper. Now you need a guy who's got close to 200 saves helping out in the bullpen. So, every team panics when it comes to guys in the bullpen instead of just saying, hey, you know what, you made your own mess in the 7th inning like Pedro last night. There's a guy, nobody thought he was going to be completing games this year, and he's one of the better pitchers in baseball as far as going deep into ball games. So it's all about the fear factor. I need to have
they got to eat stuff,
bullpen, or I can't win ball games. I just think it's ridiculous.
But Boston back with Pedro did blow a couple of critical games because they allowed him to stay in because of his ego instead of yanking him when they should have for bullpen help. I think.
I agree, and that's the manager's fault. That's when your best pitcher in the staff talks you into it. So it's all about situation and knowing your guys.
All right.
And I think right now Willie Randolph knows with Rick Peterson, one of the best pitching coaches in baseball, that hey, if Pedro's only thrown 80 pitches into the 8th inning, we'll leave him out there. But it's when he gets to about 105, we got to yank this guy quickly, or we're in trouble.
All right. People have a lot of questions. Let's go to Arizona. Chuck, go ahead. We have Rob Dibble.
I got a question. Hey, Opie, hey, Anthony, and hey, Sweet Ted.
Hi.
I got a question. Randy Johnson left the Diamondbacks, and he was a pretty good pitcher there. He goes over to New York, and he stinks. So you think it was a stupid career move or a brain fart for him to go to New York?
No, now if they're going to pay you $40 million for the next 2 years after this year, I have no problem with that. I mean, Randy was basically forced into that situation through the media and through, I think, the Arizona Diamondbacks. He did not want to leave Arizona. He was from Arizona. He lived in Arizona. He wanted to stay there with his family. And I think for him, he's doing it for the money. And he's saying, whatever, you want me to go there and bring prospects to the Arizona Diamondbacks? And look at how good the Arizona Diamondbacks are this year. So, here's a guy that was kind of forced to help his team, and now the Arizona Diamondbacks are 31-28 with a lot of young prospects that the Yankees gave up.
Let's go to Virginia.
God, that fucking Steinbrenner.
Ken, what's up? I love it. Go ahead, Ken. Ken, you're on the air, buddy.
You know who was a great GM, by the way? Bob Watson was great. Cashman stinks.
All right, Rob, I guess he wants to ask you, are the A's going to trade Zito before the deadline?
Why? Zito sucks. That's the last guy I would trade for. I mean, this is one of the most overrated guys in the big leagues. He's a flake. The whole playing the guitar and the long hair and the Zen crap. I don't want that guy on my team. I want a guy who, like even Horacio Ramirez last night after Erstad took out Estrada, first pitch to Erstad right behind him. That's the guy I want on my team. That he's going to protect his players and he's got some balls.
Right.
But Barry Zito, you know what? The Oakland A's can have him. They traded Mulder and Hudson, and more power to Billy Beane and that Moneyball crap. Zito coming into spring training. Oh yeah, I'm the ace. He hasn't done anything since he won the Cy Young.
Right.
So no way. I would not trade for Zito.
All right, a couple more questions really fast. Brian in Canada.
Hey, I was wondering if Anthony had matching capri pants to go with that fag shirt he's wearing.
No, I don't have matching capri pants.
Got you with that one, Ed. Jack in Georgia, go ahead.
Hey, Roger, you been watching porn with your dog lately?
You watch porn with your dogs, Rob?
Absolutely. I got a Mastiff and a Black Lab, and they love porn.
All right, punch now, guys.
That's great.
That's great.
You actually catch them watching? Cause,
oh, my God. I catch them doing even other things that are more disgusting.
You ever break out the peanut butter?
Tax Dude, what's up? I don't feel like saying a word today. What's up, Tax?
Rob, did you really empty out the shampoo bottles in the visiting clubhouse and take away
Absolutely.
the
Not just
next team
in the
to come in?
clubhouses, in the home clubhouses, too.
Wait, what would you do?
I would empty out the shampoo bottles and pee in them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That rocks.
Scumbag move.
That's fucking great.
Hey, all you, baseball guys, you know stats like crazy, right?
Sometimes.
What's the most unusual stat you know?
The most unusual stat?
Yeah, one that would just make people go, oh, my God. This guy needs to get laid.
I got one if he doesn't.
Really?
Go ahead, because I'm not the biggest of stat guys.
Longest hitting streak was Joe DiMaggio.
50.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I figured I'd get obscure.
That's what, I mean,
56, I'm kidding.
I like listening.
Okay, but who had the second all-time?
Was it Pete Rose with 44?
Yeah, you're right. That was good.
Jimmy.
I was a little
I am impressed.
Well, I was joking about the DiMaggio thing. I was kind of just being silly, but
yeah.
No, that's what I mean. I like listening to you baseball guys go at it and talk and stuff. But when you guys get into the whole stat thing, who cares?
Well, you know what? You got to be like Tim Kirchin and Peter Gammons and guys like that. I mean, first of all, they've written for so many years. I mean, Kirchin used to write for Sports Illustrated, and Gammons wrote for the Boston Globe. And the one thing I've found since doing this job for the last 7 years, when you write stuff down, you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And so all the stories that they've written throughout their careers, they're able to retain that kind of stuff. You know what was amazing? The guy you should talk to is Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper can tell you like